All right, everybody, welcome to MBL Jive. We are in around the mid-season mark. We got our panelists returning. We got Mr. Irfan Anwar of Kobistan. Welcome back, Irfan.
Welcome. We're back at it.
Back
California,
at it.
number 9.
And we got Mr. Asif Qureshi of Bucket Cartel. Asif, welcome back.
Yo, thanks for having me. Appreciate
Of course, no. A lot of people loved our preseason podcast, Power Rankings. A lot of people disagreed with some of the things, specifically Dawoodi the foodie from Aki Way. He reminds me over and over again how he was number 11.
Number 11, that's right.
Dang.
But
We still got number 9, Pally, talking about it.
California.
Yeah,
That preseason Power Rankings that we did, the podcast, I loved it. It was so much fun.
It was really fun, man.
You know?
Feedback that we got of it, too, like seeing people at the MBL, like, I thought it was great.
Yeah.
I liked it.
And so part of what we're going to do today is kind of look at, the current power rankings in comparison to our preseason power rankings and kind of see where we're at. And we kind of talked about it a little bit over. We were pretty accurate for the most part. D4, we were probably the least accurate. I think we got only around 3 of the 8 matchups right. But the rest of them, we were pretty good. D2, we got, I would say, 4 of the 16 wrong, right? But that's 12 of the 16 were pretty accurate.
Yeah.
And in D3, 11 of the 16 were right, So, and I think in D1, we got 5 of the 8 right. So I thought that's really good. So we'll go into that. But yeah, I mean, we're in the kind of I would kind of consider they should have done the All-Star game this weekend.
Yeah,
right?
I'm surprised they
It's
didn't
a long weekend. I figured if there no games.
I forgot about it. Yeah,
no games this weekend. But this is kind of I would say the halfway mark, right? Even though technically it's not. We're going into week 8 now. It's going to be week 8.
Okay.
Yeah. But what's it called? No game scheduled right now. So I think this was a good time for us to get back together and kind of recap everything that's been going on. I guess the big news, Asif, and I'm glad you are part of our panel here, is some of the suspensions that have been going down. Some big suspensions.
Welcome back to the suspension.
Not officially, let's see.
We should have
long gone.
We should have all wore shirts that said "Free Asif."
Free Asif.
Right here. Asif, you were one of the players suspended.
Yeah, I was just as surprised as a lot of people, man. But
yeah,
I guess I was suspended.
So, if for the people who don't know, Asif was involved in a bit of an altercation in his D4 game. Asif's also on Intifada in D4. He was playing in his D4 game, and I watched the footage, and we'll probably throw up the clip right over here so everybody can see for themselves exactly what happened. But, so it was between yourself and Yasser Yusuf, another good friend of ours, and I watched that game, and let's just jump right into it. First of all, Flashy, were you able to see any of the clips of that?
I saw the clips.
Okay. So I watched that game. Yasser is getting fouled the whole game, throughout the entire game. Yeah. Not by you, though. By your teammate. Yes.
Glad you're saying this.
Yes. Okay. Not your teammate. And I was watching it, and I was like, what the heck is going on? And the refs weren't calling it, And that's a big part of it, too, is the refs need to control the game.
Control the game, for sure.
If they let these type of things go, things fester, escalate. And we've all played in basketball leagues and games for so long. When refs don't control the game, it gets to things like that.
Yeah. They're a big part of it.
One of the plays, Yasser gets pushed.
Well, sorry, before that, but not only are refs supposed to be controlling the game, but I think every court is assigned like an admin to kind of like oversee.
Yeah.
So there's an admin present as well, kind of overseeing like,
but how the game's going. Those admins are like kind of looking at the game in that matter.
But in case like something happens, if there's like
because I think they're relying on the refs more. Right, like even if the admins are watching the game.
Yeah, and you're right though.
For sure.
There's admins there, but I have honestly this season I haven't seen any admin get involved like that. Okay, note, think about this though. MBL has the rule of technical fouls for cursing.
Correct.
Right. I'm telling you, I haven't seen one technical foul for cursing in every one of my games. Every game I've played in, and I'm playing 2 different divisions. Every game I've watched, I haven't seen one. I mean, not that I've seen
every game you've cursed at.
I'm here.
Not that I cursed, but but that's one thing. But so the other thing is, admins have that power to call technicals also.
Yeah, right? And I think they do.
And they're supposed to.
Like if a player is close to the admin and he drops the F-bomb and the admin hears it, he has to report it technical to a ref.
Yes.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, I mean, I've been an admin before. I've called technicals before. Imran Maki was not too happy when I called it on him in the past. He,
It'd be your own, man. It'd be your own.
But the thing is, I'm being fair.
Yeah,
you got to play by the
100%.
rule. I'm
Yeah,
sitting
for sure.
there. It was a close game.
You
I
have to,
don't know if it was playoff game. It might have been a playoff game even.
Oh.
Yeah.
Right. And what's his name? Mustafa. Right.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Moose.
Moose.
Okay, yeah, I remember that.
Oh,
yeah.
I
Moose.
don't-
Yes, the point guard.
Moose.
Yeah.
He's standing right in front of me. He drops.
Ex-MBL champ.
He drops a huge F-bomb right in
Yeah.
front of me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the other team is looking at me like, I was like, yes,
Yes.
technical foul. Go up to the ref, call
Yeah.
tech. Imran was so livid at me.
Yeah,
Right? He was
fair.
like, why can you call that? I was like, don't get mad at me. Get mad at the
The
person
player, right?
cursing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Rules
the
are
thing
rules,
is,
right? So
Yeah.
So the thing is, I
Did they,
haven't.
who won the game? Did Imran team lose?
Imran's team lost.
Oh, he blamed that loss on you.
Oh,
Fish.
100%.
Till this day.
100%.
He talked like, remember the game
were
we
we playing
lost?
No,
Too
no,
nice.
no. I was
The
no.
situation sounds very familiar, but
No, I wasn't
'Cause-
playing them. But
our team, too nice.
it was. Yes, I
Yeah.
believe so.
I remember that.
Yes, I was. Yeah, Ali was on there. Asif Akil was on that team.
Yeah.
Yes,
That
it
the
was
one,
that.
yeah,
Yes,
against
you.
us. That hurts even more. I guess like getting technical against friends.
I
being
know,
called
no, but-
like a bio friend.
But the thing is, I mean, obviously, Imran's
I
my
said, yeah.
Imran's a friend of mine.
Yeah.
We're on the
Correct.
same team right now. You know, he's my teammate. You know.
Yeah.
As an admin, you have to.
Yeah.
You know what, mate? We do appreciate your honesty, man.
No, but that's the thing, though, right? It has to be. You have to be fair and
Yeah,
honest in
100%.
I
that.
think for
Yeah.
the most part, like with that, I think admins are doing a really good job. But like as far as controlling the game, it has to be the refs, right? Like
100%.
going back to
Yeah.
that point of like Yasser getting pushed, it's like you egging the player on.
No, exactly.
To get
So,
to
I
that
mean,
temper.
Yeah. So Asif, I mean, I know you bring in the admin, but Irfan's right though.
Yeah.
Admins
Refs-
aren't gonna come in and be like, "Oh, hey, that's a foul." That's. I mean, their power
No,
is very
not
limited.
the fouls. It's just like the situations.
Like if you
Leading
see me
after the
pushed
foul.
out.
But yeah, you want to go ahead and like just. What did you see in that game?
So yeah.
Just so
So
it's not coming from like a biased standpoint.
absolutely
but
no,
yeah,
no. So
a third
I watched.
party.
I watched the whole game because I was like, at first I was like, let me just see the altercation.
Yeah.
Right. And each time I was watching the game, I was like, oh, hey, this is where the altercation is gonna happen because your teammate,
Yeah.
he's literally like, I think there was a jump ball situation. He gave Yasser a full shove to the back.
Yeah.
Yasser falls on the ground, and I was like, okay, this is where it's gonna happen, right? If that wasn't it,
Wait,
and I was
were you
like,
watching the game live or
no, no,
live?
no, later. I was watching the
What's
footage,
your
right?
live on login and password?
Shout out to the Usher family.
Hey, so you think? I gotta say it now before we forget.
Okay.
So you telling me you using Usher's login and password, but you watching Usher's practice?
Okay,
Wow.
Tuesday
so
night?
We're gonna save that.
Tuesday,
Oh.
we'll
so-
save that. We'll come back.
No,
to
no,
it.
it's
But-
we'll
It's
bring
out
it up
there.
right now.
That's another scandal that's going on.
There's a big
Oh man, we gotta lock our practices, guys. Main event.
There's a big Spygate scandal
We
going
got-
on.
yeah.
So
Someone-
just a quick shout out.
Watching our
I mean, just a quick
practices.
reference. We played against Main Event, which was the Usher family ownership group. I spied against them. I watched their team practice on their live barn using the Usher account. So yes.
Tuesday at 8:30 p.m. He logs in and watches our practice from 8:30 to 10:30.
Yes,
Yeah.
8 to 10.
whatever advantage we can get
Keep in
to on
mind,
our opponent.
Momentous
And
has
he
about
came back
24
and got a
courts.
W.
Yeah, keep in mind, Momentous
I
has
had
about
to-
24
I had
courts,
to
and you
scour
found every
each
single
court.
court.
Okay, back to the situation.
Yeah.
So, okay, I watched the game. Yasser's getting fouled the whole game, and I
Yeah,
could tell
100%, yeah.
his frustration is boiling
sure.
up. Refs got to do a better job of calling it,
Yeah.
right? So, I'm not justifying. Hey, you can't still get violent though,
Yeah.
right? Refs got to do a better job controlling it.
For sure.
So he was getting fouled by your teammate a lot. Fast forward, there was a switch. Asif is guarding Yasser. You guys, I'm gonna have the clip up as I'm narrating this,
Yeah.
right? Asif, you're kind of like trying to deny him the post. He's fighting for position. You guys are kind of like exchanging. You guys are getting physical, whatever. I think you kind of go through. You get the steal, right? And the ball's going the other way.
Yeah.
You say an explicit word to him as you're going out,
Yeah.
right, running by. He's upset now about that. You're on the other end. Yasser comes from across the court. You could see he's kind of targeting you. He's coming straight at you. He gives you a chest bump. You walk away with your arms up. And that's why I thought your suspension was uncalled for, because you're not escalating things. You're not doing anything. So I was really surprised by your suspension.
Yeah. I mean, because in a normal situation, any player will react differently.
Yes, I mean he could have.
They're not gonna be calm
he
about
pushed
it.
you. You could have retaliated, pushed back, and then it could have just gotten a lot worse. Yeah, so it's a tough situation though, right?
It really
and
is.
so since we're talking about suspensions, Aki Wei and California,
Oh yeah, I saw that.
there was a situation there too, and I'm
But
telling you.
also, that situation was honestly, I was watching it. It was nothing that big.
It wasn't that bad.
Oh, no, I watched-
It became that big of a fuss about it because we talked to the player after.
Yeah.
And the man, I was just trying to get everybody involved in the game, nothing personal.
Yeah.
You know?
No, I watched the clip too, and that was minimal.
Minimal.
And
Very minimal.
I don't know if it
Elias,
was a foul, or I think it was like a jump ball.
No, it
But
was
the
just like
way
he
the
just-
guy came on the floor, he just fell hard.
sure, yeah,
And I think
and
that
that's
was
part of
really
the
it.
game.
And-
That's it.
and that
You
was
move
it.
on.
Admin came running on the court.
yeah, and
Zico came running from
Zico came running from the
court.
other side. He was playing
Oh
the game. He was probably dribbling the ball. Sees
he
the
ran through
altercation, ran
yeah.
through it.
Oh man, no, and
The funniest thing was that Abdul Hamid was getting yelled at by Zico. Abdul Hamid's like, I'm not even doing anything. I'm telling these players to back up.
yeah, no, and Elias got suspended as well.
Yeah, it was very
And I watched
unfortunate.
what
Didn't
he
see
did.
Nothing.
He didn't do much at all.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, he sent me the clip of
Yeah.
the suspension, and I said, "Hey, where's the clip of what you did? Like, where's the clip of you pushing somebody?" And he was
Yeah.
like, "That was it." And I was like, "That can't be the reason you got suspended," you
Yeah.
know. So that was a I don't know, but.
I mean,
Okay,
they
but now
had
let me speak in MBL's defense though.
Correct. Yes.
Right.
They have
Obviously,
to-
there's been issues of fighting. There's
Yeah.
an issue with
they
the
have
gym.
to take serious action.
They have to have a zero tolerance
100%.
policy.
And I agree because if you start for minimal things, if they're getting suspended,
Yeah.
someone else is gonna think twice.
Exactly.
before they
So
take
from
the
an
next
MBL
step.
standpoint, I get it too, right? These suspensions that have gone down for very minimal things, now people are gonna be like, hey, we got to be a lot more careful. Let's
Yeah.
not let things get. Let's not even get to that point.
Yeah.
Right. So it's unfortunate. Asif, you were a sacrificial lamb in that, but I will say both your teams won without you there.
Yeah.
I know.
One team
Sorry.
won without four players.
One team won with four.
Four
of them.
players.
It might have been a better thing.
Yeah, I think Bucket Cartel is better without Asif.
Yikes.
Is Bucket Cartel running with four
Oh, but
again?
they might just be
They
better
might.
with four players.
They might-
They might have to, man.
Well, maybe if they play Salam Charity every week, then that's the case.
Without
Shout
two,
out Salam
without
Charity.
two of their best players.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
on that note too, Aki Wei also won when they had two suspensions.
They won against who?
They won against Cookies.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's a good
yeah.
team.
That's a really
And
good
not
team.
only that, California, they had
And
one suspension or two suspensions.
California had one suspension.
One suspension.
And they were also without
Kevin
Kevin
LaFrance,
LaFrance.
yeah.
And they pulled that one out. But we'll get into that when we
Yeah.
go over the D2 teams.
Yeah, regarding my whole situation, first and foremost, I do want to take responsibility of my involvement in it. Obviously, the game was a physical game throughout, from start to finish. There were some incidents before, but I wasn't in any of those, so honestly, that had nothing to do with what was going on. I think it was more so like in that fourth quarter, after that jump ball, I think I was getting defensive position, trying to front him. And if you saw in the clip, like you see, kind of shoves me out the way.
Yeah.
And I didn't say anything to him. I was talking to the ref, like, hey, you're not going to call that? That should be an offensive foul. And he's like, no, just keep playing. I played tough defense still. I didn't foul him. I didn't push him, nothing.
Sure.
I stayed behind him, played tough defense. And OZ came and, on the double and stole the ball. And I was running by. I mean, I felt like a little nudge, so I turned and called him a derogatory term.
Yeah.
So I didn't think that it was to cause like a physical altercation the way it did.
Mm-hmm.
And I walked away. I felt bad. I mean, I know Yasser. I've known him since high school.
And that's the
We
other
came
thing.
in MBL together. We played on the same D1 team.
And that's the other thing. You
Yeah.
guys
When he
grew-
dropped 41.
Yeah.
I remember when he Intifada, right?
Yeah.
That's
No,
Intifada.
IBU.
IBU.
No. I mean, that's the other thing too.
Yeah.
It's
Red
when I saw it was
jerseys.
between
Yeah.
Yasser and you, I was like, man, we all know Yasser
we
for
all
such a
came
long
to-
Yeah.
time.
They came to the league together. That's right.
And I know the type of person he is. I'm like, it's not worth it right now. Like, I'm not trying to. My son's there.
Yeah.
Amar and Amir are there. My nephews.
Yeah.
I have nephews that are playing in the league that are watching,
Yes, yeah, exactly.
friends and family. Like, I'm 35 years old. I mean, I have no business, like,
Yeah.
trying to get into altercation. I'm walking away.
Yeah.
And Yeah, honestly, I was just as shocked as you. Like,
I
why I
mean,
got suspended.
The
but-
thing is, heat of the moment, things happen.
yeah,
I know that firsthand, right? You know, right? Sometimes things that happen, heat of the moment, basketball, adrenaline's pumping. You know, as long as we're all able to, you know, walk away, move on with it, not a big deal. Like, you know, let's keep.
yeah. I didn't call for a single foul call on him playing dirty. No technical foul even during the game. And for to get a suspension, obviously, it's, you know, it's sad. It's thinking about it a lot the past few days when I'm hearing talks about like, hey, you might get suspended, or you are suspended now. I was just thinking about it, like it's obviously embarrassing, you know. Come game day, it kind of sucked even more. I'm playing against my brother's team. That week, so it's a good matchup. You know, you always want to go up against, you know, family, friends.
I mean, you were featured on the Fresh Eye podcast as the rivalry game between you and your brother, and because honestly, I really enjoyed having you with your brother. I mean, it's just a cool little thing.
Exactly.
You know?
It doesn't happen often, right?
Yeah,
So,
exactly. No, 100%. That's the same thing. Like when I was playing against main event, Amar Ashraf, longtime friend of mine. Why am I just going to make a matchup of me versus him? It doesn't happen often, you know.
Exactly.
So it was nice to feature that. I mean, exactly. I mean, how often do you play against your brother in a league in MBL like that? You know, so.
And then, like as you said, like we were the sacrificial lambs. Like, well, at least I think I was, and then maybe Elias too. I mean, I don't know the complete situation that happened there, but on my end, you know, at least at worst, give me a technical foul for the next game.
Yeah,
you know?
I mean,
but it is what it is. It's over with. You got to move on now. I don't want to think about it much, but at the moment, it definitely was embarrassing. You know, game day, I get a call from my nephews like, "Hey, Jaju, are you excited for your game tonight?" I'm like, you know, I can't make it.
They didn't know about this.
They didn't know it was suspension.
Oh, man,
they found out afterwards, like while they're at the game. I'm sure someone told them, but like,
exactly. Especially you're playing against their dad, you know, so they were looking forward to it. Hey, but like you said, you know, let's keep it moving forward. You know, learn from it, keep it going. You know, it is what it is, right?
Yeah. I saw yesterday too at Juma. You know, just on him. I let him know we're gonna be on the podcast talking about it. So you know, give him a heads up, and you know, we're cool. So if anyone at MBL thinks otherwise, that we have an issue, no, not at all.
No, exactly. And like I said, we've all known each other for such a long time. And the thing is, I talked about it in the power rankings, you know. And Yasser messaged me, and he about after I wrote about it too. He said, he goes, hey, he appreciates me saying it how it was, right? Yeah. Because I'm telling you exactly how it was. What I saw is he was getting fouled the whole game, and of course that's going to add frustration. And you know, that's a good tangent though. Let's talk about the reffing real quick. I know a lot of people in our preseason power rankings, we spoke about that too.
Yeah.
I know last year, the first 4 or 5 games I witnessed, I thought the refs were the most atrocious refs of my life. Last year, right? Yeah. I haven't had that same complaint this year. I've had for the most part.
They're giving you every call, bro. Every little touch, a foul. And he goes and talks to the ref every single time of the game.
Apparently he's making ref highlight tapes too.
That player, Brian Malai.
He's going to be featured on this week's Fresh Eye podcast.
He carries the ball every time.
Okay, you guys fouled like crazy. First of all, don't even talk about, I get all the calls. You guys fouled every time I'm faking. You guys are jumping at every shot attempt. It was easy against main event. Come on, what are you talking about? You guys sent us to the line 30 times. We missed a lot of them, but you know, you guys fouled a lot. But on that note, so you guys think the reffing has still been bad, or what have you guys been experiencing this year?
For me, D2 has been fine.
Yeah.
Right, and then just coaching like D3 games, I feel like the ref quality does go bad, but it's not horrendous. Right, it's not like wow, like how did you miss that? Like they try to try the best, and obviously D1 refs I haven't had an issue with. But I think they have gotten better than what it was before.
Asif, what's been your experience this year?
D2, I think I had a couple issues. And then our D4 game, like you said, like the control of the game. There was like 3 altercations beforehand. There was no control. The second quarter, the ref called it technical. And then he was like, you know what? Let's just keep playing.
Oh yeah, you can't.
You call it technical.
Yeah.
He heard someone say the B word.
Yeah.
And just frustrated and kind of pushing off, and he called technical, and then he was like, you know what? Let's just keep playing. And then we just went back to playing the game, and the technical was rescinded right on the spot. So if the technical was issued, maybe it would have stopped this whole thing from happening. Yeah. The player would have known like, hey,
I think you're right. I think there was one of those moments against main event and your game, where Feroz was going to shoot a 3 at the end of third quarter, And then Brahim like pushed him,
Yes.
and the ref called the foul. Like ref called
Yes,
it,
and then
the buzzer beater.
He was like, "Oh, let's just
and he's
keep it
like,
going."
let's just everybody to the bench.
and you grabbed your players. Hurry up, get on the
I was
bench.
like, get back before he even takes his call back.
Yeah.
So I'm comparing, and the thing is, I posted today. Hey, people, if you have any questions or topics you want to be addressed,
Yeah.
one of them was about the reffing,
Okay,
right?
yeah.
So some people, I guess, the thing is, people are always going to complain about reffing,
Yeah.
right? That's always going to be a complaint. My experience, and I'm just comparing last year to this year, and I'm telling you, last year it was really bad, in my opinion. It was just, the refereeing was terrible.
I don't think they're approachable either. This year, I think refs are much more easier approachable. Obviously, as long as you come at them you
you have a
politely.
dialogue.
You come in politely. Yes, they're gonna hear from you and they're gonna respect what you're saying to them. But if you come in like aggressive,
Of course, no.
and like, hey, why don't you call that? They're obviously not gonna give you the next 10 calls.
Is that how Ayan
I calm him down. I'm the veteran presence on the team.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I tell him I made him go. Talk to Cam after the game. Like, dude, we're gonna see him the rest of the season.
Oh,
we're gonna see him in
100%.
We're gonna see him in future seasons.
Oh yeah.
You gotta squash whatever you have with him, and we're adults
and
now. Just get over it.
Yes, and that's a good veteran leadership right there. Because
Yeah.
let me tell you, in our championship series last year, Garrett got into it with Cam.
Oh man, that's the worst.
And in game one,
Yeah.
and I was like, I talked to Cam afterwards. I was like, hey, Cam, don't worry, I'll talk
Yeah.
to him. Apologize. And I was like, Garrett, we don't need to lose.
Yeah, we don't
need to
we
lose
don't
Cam
want- yeah.
in game one. Right?
Cam is with us.
And
Not only is Cam the head ref, I mean he's
and then,
everyone's under him, so he.
and then I explained to Garrett the situation.
Yeah.
Garrett goes and he apologizes and talks to him.
And
I
you
mean,
need to, man.
you just got to be respectful at the end of the
Yeah.
day. Okay, well, I mean, I think that's a good amount of topic. Oh, let's talk about one other thing too. Since now it's been 7 weeks, we've moved from and Asif, you brought this up. We moved from Momentous to OGP.
Yeah.
OGP.
And the thing
Formerly ASC.
more formally ASC. And the thing is, we've MBL was originally at ASC.
Sorry,
Grew up
Started
playing in
there,
ASC.
Open gym if
Open
the new,
gym.
the new, the
Even
new
at
ladies
Thursday night
have-
basketball, Tuesday night ball would be ASC.
Yeah,
Yeah.
everything that was like the main gym.
Yeah.
So honestly, I love being back over there.
Yeah.
That's where all the memories were formed. So you asked me, how is it back there? I was like, I prefer it personally. I love OGP. I'll call it OGP. Give it.
I don't know, man.
It's
Some
very
of these
nostalgic.
rims are messed up at
Yeah.
OGP, bro. Last week we had a
You-
situation where we saw like the rim not being straight. Or
Yeah,
like,
no, exactly.
or, like, the
Both of the
courts
rims
fell
were
a little bit
crooked.
lower.
Yeah.
They were
let me-
crooked,
yeah, one side was crooked, and
Yeah.
I was and that's why we missed so many free throws. Right?
Yes.
The rim was literally
Yeah.
tilted. I had to adjust and kind of stand.
It's not because of Amara Shrub's son. Shout out Ismail. Thank you
Let
for
me tell you.
distracting Moroz and his teammates.
We went 11 for 30 on the free throw line, and let me tell you,
That's all
Ismail was
Ismail.
sitting there. He was the MVP of your team. for
Ismail
sure.
was
the
the
court
best.
shaking?
Ismail was the best player.
Yeah,
The rim was shaking,
yes,
right? Best defense player of the game.
Best defensive player. He
Flashing-
didn't even foul you.
That's a big no, though.
What?
That's a big no. That shouldn't be done.
The crooked cord?
No, the rim's being shaken.
Shaking. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And that's
The
why
court.
that's why
I don't think he
that-
was shaking it.
it was shaking it.
No,
He-
I'm
he was- he was
gonna
bumping
go
it.
on live barn. I'm gonna watch the game. I don't think he was
Yeah.
shaking it.
It was shaking it. Yeah.
Really?
It was
Yeah,
shaking
that's.
it.
I mean, as a fan, yeah, you
Yeah,
shouldn't do that.
by all means, shout and try to distract and say miss if either, but don't interfere with the court.
Yeah.
Of course.
Right.
But once again, that comes on the ref.
So
It
about
comes
the
on
sport,
the
about those
ref.
portable courts, though,
Yeah.
if you ever walk up to, not only are they crooked, but if you ever walk up to the free throw line,
Yeah.
it's never the same, because you have to roll it up there and figure out where exactly needs to be placed. It's
Yeah.
never the same if you go
And-
to different sides of the court.
And my other complaint though is the shot clock.
yeah,
It's-
it's always
the
messing
shot
up.
clock,
It's,
like,
no, the
turn
shot.
it
No,
off.
the placement right now. It's
The
on the
place is
ground
on
in the
ground.
middle.
Like,
Yeah.
who's gonna
Like,
look at the ground?
If you look at the different highlights from different people, you'll see I'm just turning around, looking down at the ground. You know,
Yeah.
that's and it used to be right above the backboard.
They
You know?
still have it, but it just doesn't.
It just
lit
doesn't
up.
work.
It's not
So
working, yeah.
why?
I mean,
you gotta work
we gotta
on
figure
investing
this
and
out 'cause
fixing it.
Momentous works.
Well,
Yeah.
and Momentous shot clock wasn't over the backboards either, though. It was
Right
in
in the center
It was
court, right?
it was up high though,
high
in
in
the
the center,
middle.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
it'd be halfway.
I know, but yeah,
I think that's easier to look at though when it's the score right there, the main clock is there, the shot clock is there. I think that's easier, to look at. But if you have the clock on the clock on
the ground in the
on the
middle.
ground.
Yeah,
sorry on the scores table,
yeah.
and then the clock opposite on the court on the floor.
End of the day,
It's
they
tough.
have them above the backboard.
Yeah,
Get them
and we need to
fixed.
use them.
Make them work.
Yeah.
Figure that out.
Yeah. But not only that, but my thing with open gym is like the parking situation. Remember the first 2 weeks? Mid-game, you had to go move a car.
I had to go move a car, yeah.
So
it's very limited parking.
Yes.
You park across the street. There's a swap meet going on.
Yeah.
There's a club there.
Yeah.
So obviously the risk of like, getting
being towed
or broken into.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
So if it's not on the property, obviously everyone would love to park inside the property of open gym. I think you feel a little more secure. And the people that come to open gym,
fans, everything.
Yeah, fans. Yeah, the players themselves. They like to stick around. They want to watch their friends and family play also.
Exactly.
So there's still 2-3 hours a day.
If you have an 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock game, it's tough to get parking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
6 o'clock game is good because you're there early.
Yep.
Correct.
Right?
First one's there.
But yeah, you're right, 100%.
I don't think we had that problem at Momentous. I think the parking was full.
Oh, it's humongous parking
Yeah.
lot. Yeah.
There was more than enough courts to warm up on. Right now, I think the past 3 weeks there's no court to warm up on. The first few weeks, yes, we had that one court, but the past few weeks,
at Momentous, we didn't have courts to warm up on either.
They gave us one court.
Yeah,
we paid for one court.
But sometimes they would just
the guy would
block
be so
off
strict
everything.
about it.
Yeah. And I mean, and you have 50 guys shooting on one half court. Like it's not that easy,
Mm-hmm.
That's why I prefer 6 o'clock games. You get there early. You have the whole court to yourself. Warm up. Those are kind of the hot topics. So let's jump into it a little bit now. Mm-hmm. Let's start talking about. So now we'll go into D1, right?
Yep.
We'll go into and the thing is, we're still going to release the power rankings for the detail. But let's talk about D1 real quick. Going into it, and we're going to talk about one of the topics for D1 is kind of a big feature between Chris Long and Kristen Clark.
Baller alert.
Baller alert on that. Shout out to both of those players, man. They're playing phenomenal basketball.
For sure.
Right? Kristen Clark. Oh, and so it's funny. Chris Long, he got Player of the Week. He was the first player in D1 to get 2 Player of the Weeks awarded to him from the Fresh Eye podcast, right? Kristen Clark followed up with that 2 weeks ago. He got his second one. So when I put that announcement out there, I was like, oh, he joins this club with Chris Long. He messages me after this week 7. He goes, he's in an exclusive club now. This is before I haven't even announced the week 7 Player of the Week, right? He said, I'm going to be in an exclusive. He goes, oh, I want my next one without anybody's name attached to him.
So he's going for
right?
a third.
So he's in an exclusive club now. And I was like, how does he know he got Player of the Week already, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, and I was going through the process. I looked at Chris Long's numbers of Winoma. He dropped 40 points, right?
Oh, wow.
I was like, for the last week, I was like, oh, and their team scored 98 on way to route. I was like, oh, he's probably going to get Player of the Week. I was like, what was Kristen talking about?
Yeah.
I look up his stat line. It is probably one of the most monster stat lines I've seen. In a while in MBL. And this is following up. And let me tell you, my teammate Ashraf Dabas, who's a beast of a player also. A couple weeks ago in D4, he had a monster stat line.
Game too.
He had 30 points, 20 rebounds, 7 assists.
When I saw that, I was like, man, how can you do this? This is unbelievable.
That's a beast of a stat.
Yeah.
So Kristen Clark's stat line in week 7, 41 points, 20 rebounds.
21 rebounds.
And 11 assists.
Yep.
With them, and I'm not even talking about the steals or blocks. I don't even know what that is. But I know his total TSP was 75 TSP. That's a beast of a stat line.
Yeah, but Chris Long also went 15 for 18 for 40 points.
and the thing is, Chris Long had any other week guaranteed player of the week.
Was anyone playing defense on him? Like that makes no 15 for 18. Like was he driving in just shooting him up?
He's Chris is having an amazing.
There's
season
no defender
too.
in NBL that can guard him. I think. So.
Yeah, and so that's the thing. I kind of posed.
I think Haroon was guarding him.
Shout out Haroon.
Kidding. I love.
Oh man. No, and I posed that question to Zico also. Chris Long versus Kristen Clark. Who do you take? And
Bruce had a good game too.
And Zico said, honestly, though, he said it can go either way. He said Chris Long's offensive bag is deep, probably one of the deepest, but Kristen Clark has an all-around game, great defender. He said
his favorite player is Kobe Bryant.
Who's?
Christian Clark. That's
amazing.
favorite number 24. Yeah, like because he plays in this other league that I follow, Elite 5, and he's putting up numbers in that league too.
Yeah.
And then Quiz just joined, so I feel like they're like going at it in every league.
Hey, and let me tell you,
it's exciting to watch.
And the last few games of the season are gonna be like
big time.
I think whoever ends up number 1 is most probably could be the early MVP for D1.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the talk. Who's getting MVP in D1, right?
It goes either way right now.
And right now, One Oma has the better record.
One Oma has a better.
Right?
No, they're tied. Oh,
no, record-wise.
Yeah.
Recognizes 4-3.
Yeah. Recognizes 4-3.
But in their head-to-head matchup, and 6-1. One Oma was 6-1.
Tied with Clutch.
Their head-to-head matchup though, Recognize played One Oma. Recognize beat One Oma by 1 point.
Yeah.
And that was another big game by both the players. So. It's going to be really interesting. And the thing is, and speaking of D1, Clutch is right in the mix, right?
Yeah. Clutch, honestly, is my favorite team to watch.
Yeah.
Because they don't have like the one superstar. It's just every player just putting up points.
And let me tell you, playing Clutch, leading up to, and Clutch's matchup with One Oma, Clutch was really confident. I was getting messages from their players. They said, "Hey, we got this game." Like they said One Oma is underestimating them, right? One Oma beat them in the game. You know, I guess they had some players missing or whatnot. I don't know the details of what exactly happened, but Clutch is a team to watch out for, and they're very confident that they can beat One Oma in a playoff series.
Yeah. Clutch had some key players missing against One Oma.
Yes. So, I mean, but the thing is, hey, we can't control that, right?
Can't. We go with the records, show up. Yeah.
You can't, like, One Oma can't, hey, let's postpone the game. No, they're going to play whoever shows up, right?
Yeah.
So that's going to be key, though. Whoever gets that 1 seed, that means that 2 to 3 matchup is going to eliminate a big opponent for them, right? Because Clutch and Recognize, either one is going to be a tough opponent. But if One Oma gets that 1 seed, which right now is what it's looking like because they have the tiebreaker over Clutch, One Oma is going to only have to deal with one of them, right? Or actually, no, I take that. Oh, yeah, no, really, right? yes.
No, it's top 4 make it.
No.
They all make it, right?
D1, all 8 teams
all 8 teams
really?
make it,
yes.
yeah.
So that's the difference. D1 and D4, all 8 teams make it. So one will play 8, but still, the 2 and 3 will play in their semifinals anyway, right?
I think One Oma should go. They should win it all. Yeah, I mean, rest of the games.
Fly
Ballers, Doba, and Tribe.
Yep.
Unless Tribe pulls an upset.
Ooh.
Maybe Doba
is a good team.
Yeah.
So Doba's on a 3-game losing streak right now.
I think the players are all players.
What do we have them on the power rankings right now? Doba's. So this upcoming power rankings are going to be number 5, right? They're on a 3-game losing streak. They've been without Amar, which is a big part of their offense.
He's their offense.
They have some solid players.
They had Amar, I think, last week.
Amar's one of their main guys for sure. Yeah. Don't get me wrong, but they have the drill sergeant. His last name is Sergeant.
Aaron.
Okay. So his nickname is the drill sergeant. Gotcha. Shout out the drill sergeant, right? They have him. He's been putting big numbers. And anytime you have the Van Wicks, come on,
of course,
that's a good team. And I've been giving our boy.
Sure, but but think about it. Like the shooting wise, right? Like Van Wyck, Anthony last game 2 for 15 from threes.
That's tough.
That's you must
know
how that feels.
Hey, we don't know
how that feels. 2 for 11, 2 for 21.
We don't know the circumstances behind it. It could have been a lot of heaves. I'm not gonna
last minute shot clock.
I'm not gonna disqualify a person who goes 2 for 15 or 2 for 21 for 3-point. You know,
is that the game versus San Ninjas?
Yes,
that game.
Hey, there's a lot of things going on.
There was like a 2-game.
2-game dry.
What was it? 4 for 41.
4 for 44. You know what? We should call up Hamid. He knows exactly.
Stats. If Hamid paid as much attention to his game in Kobe-san as he does my stats, let me tell you. So anytime you have the Van Wicks on the team, I'm not going to count them out, right? Sure. They're going to be a tough.
They shoot the ball a lot.
But the guy that I'm looking at that needs to step up is the Peppercini. Dino.
He hasn't been playing
Dino the Peppercini Pepe.
Yeah.
I just wanted to give his nickname out there right now. That's the only reason I mentioned him. No. I message Dino all the time. I go, Dino, you're playing D1. You're the point guard. You gotta either distribute better. You gotta contribute. You know.
Yeah.
You're playing in D1. You gotta be up there with the big guys. You know. And I know
I hear he's a really good shooter too. Right?
Oh yeah, no, Dino's
he needs to be more
but his numbers right now haven't been there, and I've been asking him to step up. So that's what we got to see from Dino for Doba to get to the next level. But yeah, I mean those are, and Islam has been surprising. They were hot. They were number 2 ranked in the power rankings last week. They lost obviously to Wanoma, but they've been a hot team. So a disappointment has been Asan. You know,
I think they had some injuries, if I'm not wrong.
Asan?
Or they missed a couple players from.
And Tribe has still been winless, so they're sitting at the bottom of the power rankings. Flyballers is actually going to be number 8 in this upcoming week's power rankings, just because they forfeited. Anytime a team forfeits, I'm going to bring him down in the power rankings, just because.
Yeah, I haven't seen double buckers the past few weeks.
Yeah,
that's 2 of the 8, and then
I don't know
show up, right?
Yeah,
main thing is you got to show up, right? Yeah. But yeah, I mean that's what we're looking at in terms of D1. It might be just a three-headed race right now between Wanoma, Clutch, and Recognize. And I know Recognize, their losses have been, because they've been missing players, this and that. When they have their whole team, they're
killing teams when they're playing.
They scored 100 plus back-to-back weeks.
Yeah,
they had 100 points in week 6 and 101 in week 7. And Kristen Clark, if he's on, I mean, look at that stat line. He's vicious games, right?
I mean, even against Doba 2 weeks ago, he dropped 34.
Yeah, he got player of the week then.
34 and 10.
Yeah. So shout out Kristen Clark, man. First 3-time recipient of the Fresh Jive Player of the Week award. He's playing great. I mean, you have to give him consideration for MVP.
Yeah.
But again, it comes down to this is his team record, going to bring him down into an MVP race. What do you guys think?
I think if they finish first, he would be heavy favorable.
But I don't think they're. I mean, so if Wanoma finishes first, then does MVP go to Chris Long?
But see, that's a debate of its own, right?
You think Chris's team is better though? The surrounding pieces that he has around him.
Man, they have pieces though, man. They have Bruce, Almighty, Hydra, right?
Bruce is low key. He's solid, man. Like he puts a consistent numbers.
This last week they combined for 70. What's his name? Chris had 40. Bruce had 30 himself. Yeah. So but the thing is, what I'm wondering is what's going on with Ashraf the Boss in D1. He hasn't had a big game, and he's killing it. And he can kill it in D1 also.
But I mean, there's also talent different from D1 to D4. Like,
don't get me wrong, right? Of course.
So, I think for him to adjusting from D4 talent to D1 talent.
But let me tell you.
Yeah, when he's going up against Ali in D4.
And he's going up with Chris Long. I think there's going to be a little difference.
Chris is his teammate.
Sorry, Kristen Clark.
Yeah, no. But let me tell you, in Ashraf's defense, though, in D4, we're feeding him the ball, right? D1, Chris Long is shooting the ball each time. I don't think he's feeding Ashraf the ball as much as we feed him, Ashraf, I don't care D1, D4. Yes, I get it, Irfan, your point. The talent is different. But Ashraf is that good, man. Yeah. You can be talented.
I mean, he's also not getting enough minutes in D1.
And I don't think he's getting the touches. But they're winning, so why?
Whatever it takes, man.
And
sacrifice.
And I think I asked Ashraf in the preseason media day. He's the type of player that'll fill in the role whatever the team needs.
Yeah.
He can be your MVP candidate. He can be your role player. And that's the type. And you need those type of players, right? Yeah. There's one basketball. If Chris is going to be shooting 18 shots a game, but shooting efficient, he's making 15 of 18. You're not going to disrupt it. He's going to go down there, rebound, do what you need to do. So I get it from his perspective. Yes, he's not putting the numbers, but they're 6-1, so they don't need him to really. Yeah. All right, well that's D1. Gave him some love.
By the way, about D1, so Faraz asked me the other day, do you want Chris Long playing pickleball with us? He wanted to play. Remember a few weeks ago he was playing on the court next to us? I don't think you were there, but I think you might have.
Oh, really?
He was playing next to us. He saw that
we were playing pretty good.
Yeah. So I think he wanted to play with us.
Bring
him. What do you think?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Do you want to get dunked on a random Tuesday?
No, 100%. Because I'm telling you,
get better for sure.
That's what makes you better.
Yeah.
I honestly would love to guard him.
Yeah, let's call Christian Clark too.
Yeah, man, I'll guard Christian Clark too, man. Gauntlet challenge, your boy.
Bring him out. They don't know about us.
King of the court.
Chris Long, let's go.
Moros, they don't know about us.
100%. No, 2-on-2. Me and Irfan versus Kristen Clark and Chris Long. For 10 bags of beef jerky, some beef jerky, right?
Set it up.
No. I would love to guard these guys.
Yeah.
And especially some of these guys in D2. I think I messaged Ali Unker, right? After he dropped 40, me and him were messaging. He was like, oh yeah, and he was talking about how he dropped 40, and I was like, man, you had Hadi guarding you, and Hadi's a great defender. Don't get me wrong, Hadi's a bulldog, right?
Yeah.
But he's undersized. He cannot guard. I was like, that's like Jalen Brunson guarding KD, right? And I was like, Ali, let me guard you next time. He's like, oh, I'll drop 50 on you. And I was like, okay, yeah. These kids don't know, you know?
All right, next matchup, Morose versus Ali.
Ali, get it right. Drop 60 on Morose.
All-Star Weekend. I'm taking out the top players in each division, you know? No, but to your question, I would love to guard those type of players, you know? They're skilled.
It's going to make us better. And then their IQ, you're going to take some notes from...
Let me tell you,
well.
I play at the Bay Club in El Segundo, and I'm telling you, there's some really, really good talent that plays there.
You mean like Mozgov?
Richard Jefferson.
Timothy Mozgov, Richard Jefferson. No,
Morose Baloch.
Yeah, no.
D3 MBL D3.
There's one of the players that play there often is Trey Jones.
Trey Jones.
Yeah,
the guard.
Guard.
Yeah.
He trains NBA players.
Okay.
Right. He's a former college player himself. He plays in a lot of like the 3-on-3 tournaments that and a lot of these traveling leagues that he's played in the Drew League, this and that. He is solid, right? Super solid. Like his last post that him trading Zach LaVine, right? And then they're like playing 1-on-1 and this and that. He's like this. I want to say 6'4", 6'5", skinny, athletic.
Is the same guy that set it up that one time?
I know where this is going, but yeah, continue.
No, so I played against him.
Yeah.
Right. We were playing 3-on-3.
How'd you do?
Right. I didn't destroy him, but I was getting buckets on him.
Yeah.
Right. Which felt great. Right.
Of course. Yeah.
At the same time, I couldn't stop him at all. I'll be completely honest with it. He was scoring on me. Not at will, but he was scoring, right? But on the flip side, I was scoring on him too. Right?
Your own, for sure.
And I was holding my own offensively, but I mean, of course, I would love to have it stopped him, but he's such a talented player. But playing against a player like that and knowing, hey, look at me, I'm scoring against him. And even though I'm not stopping him, but like you're working on it, right?
Exactly, yeah.
You're playing against
tendencies as well.
Yeah,
like
exactly. You're playing against a skilled player like that. Of course, now when I play, you know, a meatball like Ali Qureshi, right? Now when Ali's trying to guard me, and I'm
you're missing shots.
I'm over there.
4 for 44.
No, I'm over there scoring on a player like that. And now when I see Ali, of course you play with a little bit more confidence. You're like, hey, you know, when you play against players like that skill, then of course when you play against these other guys like an Asif Qureshi and Ali Qureshi, right? Then you're like, hey, this is a piece of cake. You know what I mean? But no, to answer your question, love to play against those guys. You know, so bring those guys out. You know?
Yeah, bring them out.
All right, so that's D1. Let's go over to D4 next.
D4.
Right?
D4.
D4 at the bottom of the power rankings, we have Dad Bod.
Ali Qureshi's
team. You know, Ali
couldn't. Contractors.
Ali couldn't join us on the pod today to help defend himself about it.
Man, what's going on with his shooting though?
Oh man, he's been having a tough shooting.
Very tough.
He needs to get that Amir and Amar's trainer again.
No, really. No, but let me tell you, they have size, right?
Oh yeah,
they have really good
that
size.
Big. Allen.
Yeah,
he's massive.
They have, because we actually just played him a couple weeks ago, right?
Was he there?
Who?
Allen.
Allen wasn't there, but their other Goliath was there,
Yeah.
right? This guy's like a Viking. You know, he's 6'7". Literally, like you take him out of a Vikings show.
He doesn't play much, I think.
Yeah, and that was the thing that I discovered.
Yeah.
You know, he's got size, but you could tell he was a little raw out there. And the team itself, they got good players, right? But it's tough putting a bunch of people together.
Yeah, it's a fairly new team. I think
fairly new team,
it's a really new team. Like
yeah,
and
they kind of dumped Ali in there too,
Yeah.
and you know, so that's tough, right? So they're at the bottom. The thing is, they won their first game of the season.
Yeah.
I forget against who.
I think it was Free Palestine, right?
Oh, okay. And then they've lost. They're on a 6-game losing streak.
This is a crazy stat. Ali's field goal percentage is not bad. But he is averaging 5.7. His 3-point, 9 for 59.
Yikes.
Woo.
15%.
15%.
And you know he's a better shooter than that.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Like when he comes to play ball, like
he's wet.
He's a threat.
Ali's gonna.
I think he's getting nervous.
Let me tell you, Ali's.
Or he's just not getting the spots, I think. I mean, it's like I said, it's a new team. There's no chemistry really.
Yeah. I mean, Ali's a top 3-point shooter, no doubt about it. I mean, stats don't always tell you the whole story.
Yeah,
you know, like
if
somebody
could right, Burrows? They don't.
4 for 44.
A knockdown 80% 3-point shooter can go have a game where he goes 2 for 21, for example. You know, like I'm just saying. You know,
next game,
you know,
2 for 11.
I think
pretty consistent, right?
Dropped 22 and shot 50% overall against main event. You know, I don't know. They went 3 for 6 from 3 for main event.
Are you calling out a Monterrey right now?
Ooh, we'll get to that.
Yeah,
trust
we'll
me.
save that.
The main event is in turmoil. Just a heads up.
They're imploding from
Stick
within.
around for the D3 discussion because things are about to blow up
There's
for
an
that one. Let me
exclusive.
tell you. We got some insight. Let me tell you on that.
Phone calls after this.
Okay, so let's go back to D4. So we have Dadbot at the bottom. 5 Pillars is number 7. They're on a 4-game losing streak. And in the last power rankings, I called out Mr. Suhail Sheikh that he needs to go to the front office. And Suhail took a little bit of offense to that, I feel. He was like, hey, listen, last 2 seasons, they've been ranked 5th or bottom of the rankings, and they've won both championships. Yeah. Right. So I get it. Hey, so he's not too concerned about He's not too concerned. It's about what you do in the playoffs, and I get that. You know, so shout out to the chocolate shake.
The past 2 seasons, didn't they have the Van Wicks or something?
They had Michael Van Wyck.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have Van Wyck this season.
They don't have Van Wyck this season.
I
so,
haven't really seen
but Omar Darwish is good. He's their lone bright spot for the season.
Mecca Darwish Foundation is his nickname.
There you go.
Right?
Farhad is still balling, huh?
Farhad, hey, I hope people talk about me like that at one point, you know, right?
Man, that guy.
Hey, the thing is, they're a veteran team.
MBL veteran, man.
He's so efficient.
They're a veteran team, and shout out to Farhad too, because when we played him, he took the challenge. He said, "I'm guarding Ashraf," you know. He got eaten up alive by Ashraf, but they took the challenge, you know.
Yeah.
I think they had a big man.
In reference, if you guys know me, Farhad is like my exact build height, and then Ashraf is a 6'6" behemoth.
So moving on, we have Free Palestine at the number 6 spot. You know, it's been tough for them. They won 2 games straight. Then now they lost 2 games straight. Obviously, they were suffering the suspension of Yasser as well, too, as one of those games. I was really looking forward to that matchup, so it's unfortunate that it was impacted by the suspension. But, you know, all 8 teams make it in D4 as well.
Yeah,
so
I think it happened.
Watch out for Free Palestine in there, man.
They're a solid team, I think.
Oh, 100%. They can
nice players.
They can definitely upset, and especially if they're in the middle of the pack like that.
Our game was close. Our game, I think, was like only like a 3-point, 4-point game before the situation happened, and then it was a 6-point swing.
Exactly, and you guys are the number 1 team. You know, moving on. So looking at the preseason power rankings, we got a lot of them wrong in D4. You know, United, probably the biggest surprise for me in D4.
Honestly, yeah.
We had them in the preseason at the bottom, number 8 ranked. Yeah. They've won some games. They beat our team Tribe with Ashraf. Let me add that, right?
Yeah, no, I saw that game.
Yeah. I mean, we didn't have our full squad there. I didn't play that game.
They hit some big, timely shots in the 4th quarter. Wakas.
Give them
Wakas, better-looking.
Wacky 2K, the younger, stronger, better-looking Wakas, all right?
Who's Wakas Ahmed?
The Wacky 2K.
I don't think I've seen him play.
I don't know him either, but he's Wacky 2K.
He's fairly new to the community. I think he came from out of state.
Okay.
Only been here for like a year or 2, but I met him. We played ball Monday.
You tell him about his nickname, Wacky 2K?
This is before the power rankings came out. This is before the season started.
Oh, okay, got it.
So I played, and I was like, man, he's on my team. He was knocking every single shot.
Oh, nice.
No lift, but he has a nice release.
Hey, he's
whatever works.
Ahmad
Ashraf had
Amar's been shooting well
9
too.
points.
So and I feel bad. I call him, old and
Yeah, you were the one that said that.
Because I remember we played in the 3rd week. They were on me. They were on me like glue.
Bulletin board material.
Yeah, but we still got the win. I still dropped mine on them.
Okay,
so,
shout out.
I do apologize for number 8, man. I hope that fueled some fire in them. And,
nothing to apologize about. Preseason power rankings.
Yeah.
Sometimes we get it right.
They definitely proved me wrong for sure. So.
Hey, but listen. They're proving us wrong.
Yeah.
We had them number 8. They're number 4 right now. Or this week this upcoming week they're number 5. But they're 4-3. They're in the middle of the pack. So shout out to them, man. They're doing really good. Other teams, Baraka is number 4. Rock City is number 3. And rounding up D4, number 2 is Tribe at 5-2. And number 1 is Intifada, your team, Asif, at 6-1.
Yep.
You guys are in a 4-game win streak. We're in a 4-game win streak. We got a big matchup coming up. We play against each other.
Yes, we do. After the break.
And I think that's going to be a huge. And the thing is, when we first played, the teams looked completely different.
Yeah.
Zay Databoy was on Tribe. Okay, let me give everybody the insight on that one. Zay Databoy was a pickup for Tribe for week 1 because we were on their man.
It was just for week 1. Just
playing against Intifada.
Yeah.
And then apparently he wanted to buy out of his contract and jump ship. We were trying to hold him onto our roster and bury him on the bench to prevent him from joining another team.
How did that happen? How did you let that happen?
We tried,
so,
but
from what I know,
apparently all the power is in the players' hands now. Like no teams can hold contracts apparently.
Up until week 4, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but players have the ultimate say in that.
Correct. Yeah.
We were trying to.
It's fun and exciting to see all the movements that happen.
Yeah. No. Exactly.
The early ones don't get as much talk, but the one at the midseason, we can talk about it. D3 especially. We'll talk about it. Like I think those are big moves for sure.
Aliyah Seal going to Cookies midseason was.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that too in D2.
But definitely the whole thing with Zayd was. I think he got hit up because you guys didn't have enough players. You were in Michigan.
We didn't have enough players.
And you didn't have enough players for that week 1. Faraz is in Europe.
Yeah.
So I think he just joined to help out. You needed players, so he joined. And it was funny that before the game started, he knew you guys had 6. So he's like, hey, I like your team better. Can I run with you guys?
Tampering.
We'll make the switch right now before the game starts. Like, no, I think they need you. You play with them. And we'll make a switch afterwards. So
tampering. That should be.
It was competitive. He was killing us on his own.
Yeah.
But then, I had to go to work in the 4th quarter.
So he played against Intifada week 1, and now he bought out of his contract. Yeah. Intifada picked him up, and he's been a big part of your team. Yeah. And it was some controversy. We said, Asif, it sent shockwaves to you. You looked rattled throughout the first few weeks.
It really was. I don't know how to adjust.
And because you were having you played great week 1 too. Yeah. So and we all know Zayd's such a talented player, no doubt about it. I think he actually is getting the player of the week for you guys again. So he's the second player of the week for Intifada for you guys. He dropped 38 points this last week. So there's no doubt Zayd is super skilled. We all know that. But he changes the offensive flow a lot. Because, I mean, of course, he's such a talented player. He demands a lot of shots. So it changes things. Intifada, with you guys have good ball movement. You guys, a lot of good players that can play. Dalal is a big part. Yeah. Safe is huge too. You guys have a good team ball. Yeah. So I was really interested to see how that would work out with you guys. You know.
I mean, as you mentioned, we're a team full of MBL veterans. We've been playing MBL for more than 12 years and whatnot. So when you have a chance to add a player of Zayd's magnitude, you say yes. You sacrifice. Everyone sacrifices. You play to win, right?
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, like, you want to win against your friends, your family. And adding Zayd it makes everyone's life a little bit easier. Sometimes you don't get enough shots, but other games you get more shots. Like, it's just like how the game is played. If he's in a rhythm, you feed him the ball. If he's not in a rhythm, obviously he's smart enough to know, to pass the ball.
And the thing is, and Zayd's backing up with his play too.
Exactly.
He's dropping 38 points a game. Mm-hmm. So this next matchup is going to be huge.
Yeah.
Tribe versus Intifada, because now Tribe, we're a different team.
Yeah.
We're
Faraz
clicking.
Is back.
Adnan
is low-key. Yeah.
And I'm playing my role, whatever they need me to play, whether it's rebounding,
But hey,
definitely not
talking
shooting.
about that game, are you guys open to change the timing so Zayd can play?
What happened? What do you mean?
Because Zayd's playing with Kobistan at 8 p.m.
Oh, for this next game?
Yeah.
Oh, man, that's unfortunate. Oh, man, that's...
the game plan changed.
Oh, no. What are we going to do? No, because we have...
Now, see, that's another topic.
It's
just like players...
No, because the thing is, so many. I mean, it's so hard to change.
It's so
games
hard
because so many players are playing in different divisions, different teams.
Yeah.
I'm playing.
They were supposed to change it though, right? Because early in the season,
when
you added them, they were like, the last few weeks haven't been added yet. They haven't been finalized. So I think they were supposed to
not sure
make the switch
because the thing is, my D3 game is at 9, my D4 game is at 8, whatever it is, right? So it's tough, right? And then that's just my conflict. So many other players are on different teams, So that's one of the things too. I thought that one way they could have done it, right, is schedule. Hey, all D4 games are at the 6 o'clock hour. right?
Yeah.
It could have been done that way, right?
Yeah, but
and then you don't have conflict.
You have D4 players that are playing in D2.
No. So
they would have to wait.
Yes, but then there's no conflict ever. Think about that.
Because there's 8 teams in D1,
there's
8 teams
8 teams,
D4, so they got 2 time slots. Yeah.
Yes. So you can think about it this way: D1 games, all D1 games are 6 o'clock. D4 games, all D4 games are 7 o'clock, right?
Yeah.
D2 games are all at 8 o'clock, right?
I mean, the D2 and D3 can be possible though, because there's 16.
Oh no! Oh,
depends
there's
on
4
the courts
courts,
and how many
right?
courts
4 or 5
so,
courts.
So right now the way they're operating it is 6 courts, right?
Oh, it's 6?
6
Okay.
courts for 4 hours,
Okay.
right? You could do 4 courts for 6 hours, right? Then you have, like for example, D1 would be 4 o'clock, D4 would be 5 o'clock. Then you have D2 at 6 o'clock and 7 o'clock, and D3 is 8 o'clock and 9 o'clock.
Okay. Yeah.
And then there's no conflict.
But think about admins and say someone like Zico, they would have to get in there by 4 o'clock.
That's
3
true.
o'clock. That's
Playing the duel.
that's super early.
Yeah, 100%.
And then you have D1, you have to wait till 9
That's
o'clock.
a whole day.
Yeah. Yeah.
It looks like Zade's missing that game.
Yeah, it's better if the player decides what game they want to play.
It looks like Zade's missing that game. Then.
Oh man, we're out without Safe. He's recovered from an
Or
injury.
Zade misses Kobe-stan.
There's no way he's missing Kobe stuff.
Why not?
guys
You guys
play?
have 10 players. You
Yeah.
guys have so many
right?
people.
We'll figure it out.
Who
But
do you guys play? Next
Balistan, 5-2.
You'll be all right.
Well,
You got 9 other players to step up. So.
We'll
You
talk
have
about
10
that.
players. We'll get to that because Kobe-san 10 players is too much, man. We'll get to that D2 though. We'll talk
But yeah,
about
back
that.
to your team. I think us and you guys were.
I think we're the top. And let me tell you, our tribe team is a completely different team than our first 3 weeks.
A lot of youth on your team now.
So
is it 35 and up? Obviously, when you talk about 35 and up,
Yeah.
we don't
So-
think about youth. But with Adnan there, for us, that's youth.
So this
right
last lineup, let me tell you, we just started this last game we just played, right? The starting lineup was Faraz Ahmed, Faraz Malik, Adnan, Imran, and myself, right? Ashraf wasn't there, right? He was stuck in traffic. He actually got there like at around halftime, right? And so we
and
were.
then he still put up 40 and 10.
Yeah, this last week he did put up 40, but what's it called? We ran them out the gym, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're the youngest. I would say we were probably the youngest D4 lineup out there.
Yeah.
Right. We were young, fast, and we went up 30
Cameron's
points.
included himself in that.
God, come on.
young.
No, but we played like this fast
No,
style.
for
you
sure,
know?
yeah.
And then Ashraf came, when he came, he saw the score. We were up 30 points when he came, right? We were like, Ashraf, hurry. We're down. We need you, big dog. Right? And he was like, rushing. I was like, no, Ashraf, relax. We calm down. We were up, though. No,
Yeah.
but it's a fun, we have a fun team for sure,
Yeah.
right? On that note, D4 MVP. I think, and I might be biased here, without a doubt, it's Ashraf the boss. He's putting up crazy numbers, unstoppable force. I think without a doubt. What's your take on that, Asif? You're a D4 player.
I agree. I mean, Ashraf is definitely up there. You guys are basically tied with number 1
Yeah.
in seeding. The numbers he's putting up is unbelievable. So yeah, I think
Zayd, and give Zayd credit, he's in the conversation, maybe an honorable mention, but
Yeah.
I think it's Ashraf the boss his is to lose.
as a team, I think we're a little more deeper.
Yes.
As in like
yeah, absolutely.
the way points are being spread around. Like for us, Abdullah, he could go off
Yep.
3 games in a row.
Yep.
And he's and you don't talk about him much at all.
Oh,
in
I'm
power rankings.
Oh yeah.
I love his game. This guy, high IQ,
Abdullah Ahmed.
One of
yeah.
my favorite players.
Oh, and Abdullah, I've known Abdullah for so long.
Yeah.
We've battled so many years. I love Abdullah's game.
Yeah.
And every time I see him, he's such a nice, pleasant young man to see, you know. You love his game,
Yeah.
right? And you're right. He doesn't get any love in the power rankings. And I've been waiting for him to do something. But you guys are a deep team.
Exactly.
That's why,
Yeah.
you know. And that's the crazy part, too. People don't know about his game. If they just look at him now, look at your team now, they don't know how good he is.
Yeah.
Abdullah is
I think
probably
he
one
put
of
these
the top
numbers in
guards.
D2.
If you guys weren't as deep as you were,
Yeah.
he's definitely putting up numbers.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you know,
sure.
he's such a great player. And honestly, I've never had the chance to play with him. I'm always playing against him.
Yeah.
And I've always been a fan of his game from afar, for sure. Yeah.
Definitely plays the right way. So I definitely enjoy it.
He's so
I enjoyed this team. I love this team.
Throughout the whole season, he's so efficient.
Oh yeah.
He's like 62 from field, 100% from free throws, and 70% from threes.
Yeah.
7 games.
Amazing.
But that's another addition, a reason of why we have Zayd. Zayd spreads the floor. He's getting the double team.
Yep.
Sometimes even triple team.
Yep.
And who's leaving open? Myself, Abdullah. We're all getting up shots. B-Fat's getting up shots. Safe hasn't really been there. I think he's been hurt quite often this season. And that's another reason why we added Zayd as another guard to kind of help with that. And that's the problem they had last 2 seasons is injuries.
Yep.
Midseason, towards the playoffs, one of the players gets hurt. Amar Al-Water got hurt.
Yeah.
Blew out his knee. I think Safe fractured his finger. So they got injuries here and there. And I think with me and Zayd coming in, we bring some youth and hopefully, our team just stays healthy. I wish for, all teams to be healthy. Of course.
Yeah. So, no, I'm looking forward to our matchup. Hopefully, Zayd can figure it out with, maybe Kobe-san can move their game. We'll see with all those 10 players on that roster. But, yeah, that wraps up D4. I think some fun stuff going. All 8 teams make it, so anything can happen. I wouldn't sleep on anybody. Maybe Ali gets hot and Dad Bod
and he can.
Our
team chat, we're messing him like, dude, Ali gets hot, man. You just make sure you guard him. And then I get the text afterwards like, hey, we beat your brother's team by almost 40 points.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, cool.
Yeah, no, 100%. So, I mean, anything can happen, especially in basketball, right?
Yep.
So now, keeping it moving.
Who texted you?
Keeping it moving, let's go to D3 now.
Some one-sided division.
D3. Let's see.
Oh, man.
Let me see. Let's see. Oh, yeah. I think. All right, D3. All right. So let me tell you, in our terms of our preseason, just looking at the analysis, D3, we did a really good job of the preseason power rankings.
Yeah. See a lot of green on there, so
a lot of green. The yellow represents gold, so keep that in mind. Gold is like perfect, spot on, right? So of that, we got 11 of the 16 matches very close. So I say within 3 spots, and if not really close, right? So we got 11 of the 16 matches correct. 5 of them we got incorrect. Let's talk about the disappointments first of all.
Yeah.
Right. We had Salam Charity at our number 1 spot, and they're currently ranked number 10. Salam Charity has been my biggest disappointment.
Yeah. To clarify, I think you had Salam Charity
number
1. We had Salam Charity a little lower.
Yeah, we had lower.
You guys wanted to
you didn't want Wolfpack be number 1
exactly,
for this exact reason.
I think we had Salam Charity a little bit lower, but definitely we had them up there for sure.
Yeah, they're in the upper echelon.
Yeah. I didn't think they were number 1 going in.
Definitely very disappointing season. I think we talked highly.
Yeah.
Rizwan hasn't really been there much.
Yeah, Rizwan missed a couple of games. So, I mean, and that's what we got to talk about that too. I got to put Salam Charity's team on blast, right? They had an opportunity. And we're going to talk about the buyout market here a little bit, right? They had an opportunity to add Ali Qureshi, your brother, Ali Quick Shot Qureshi. And I'm telling you, Ali's a knockdown 3-point shooter, probably instantaneously becomes one of the top options and alleviate some of the pressure off of Riz, 100%, right?
Yeah.
They had an opportunity, I'm finding out as well, to add Adam Jabber as well.
Yeah.
Adam left jab, right jab, Jabber, right? Right. They passed on him too. The players on Salam Charity passed on both of those players because they wanted more playing time, is what I'm hearing from my sources.
That's what I've heard from Fajai.
That's honestly very, very unfortunate.
And are they on the I think they just won their last game. But prior to that, they were on a 2-game losing streak, right?
They've been winning the last 2 or 3 games? 2 or 3 games.
They won last game, but they lost their previous games after that, right? So,
but they only have 10 players
and then they beat
on their
Wolfpack.
roster.
They beat Wolfpack.
They beat Wolfpack early in the season. I wasn't there that game, right? But
I mean, Moroz, they couldn't pick any players up. They have 10 players on the roster as it is.
I don't think that's if you see some of them
dropped, right?
Yeah, some of them are dropped, right? If you see some this last game, they might have 0 minutes played.
Yeah.
And they're just still included.
No, they're all playing.
Oh, they all played?
They all played.
Well, there's
7 games, 3 games, 4
another
games.
controversy?
If they're getting 10, 15 minutes playing time, okay, it makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense, you know?
Yeah. Hey, okay, but let's talk about...
So when they played you guys, I think they had just added Adam Jabber. And Adam, if you see him, I mean, I think he's such a underrated
Salam Charity? No. Sand Ninjas.
Sand Ninjas.
Sand Ninjas, yeah. Oh, yeah, no, let me tell... We'll get to Sand Ninjas in 1 second, because I'm telling you, Sand Ninjas... biggest mover at the deadline, and you're 100%.
They haven't played a game together yet, right? Adam and Ali.
Adam and Ali haven't.
Last game.
Did he play last game? Adam?
I
don't think Adam played last game. Ali played last game. Yeah. But we'll get to that in 1 second. I want to wrap up Salam Charities real quick. Shout out to Jaws, right? Jay Zahid, right?
Yeah.
he's been playing phenomenal in pickup, right? And I've been telling him, hey, you got to be more aggressive. I'm a big fan of his game. He thinks he can guard me. We talked about this in the preseason, But for that team that they have, especially without, like, they lost Adnan, this is a big opportunity for Jaws. And let me tell you, when he does get the minutes and when he does get the opportunity and shots, he's playing efficient. He's scoring really efficient for them. But honestly, his team, I don't think they trust him enough yet. They're not giving him the ball. Like, he's fighting and clawing for every opportunity he can get. He needs to be more assertive. He needs to get the ball more. His team needs to trust him. But I think it might be too little too late for them, right? Looking at the playoff standings, their record-wise right now, they are 3-4. They have Sand Ninjas ahead of them, right? And they have Main Event ahead of them, right? I don't think they have the tiebreaker over either one of them, right?
I don't know. I think they might have over Main Event, no?
They might have it. Let
me check.
Check their schedule right now. See
if they play Salam Charity.
No,
they did. Oh, they won against Salam Charity.
So Salam Charity
Main Event beat Salam Charity. Yes, so they have the tiebreaker over them.
They have the tiebreaker.
Well, what about Salam Charity and Sand Ninjas? Because that's going to be critical.
Salam Charity lost to Sand Ninjas.
Yeah, they lost.
Yeah, so they don't have the tiebreaker over both of the teams ahead of them, right? So basically, they need to win out, and they need both of those teams to lose out, which is possible.
Of course, yeah.
But
they play Black Mambas 4-3, Goon Squad 3-4, and then Halal Stars they're 6-1. So
this is Salam Charity schedule.
Yes, so
that's a tough schedule.
They middle of the pack. They're playing middle of the pack teams, and then Halal Stars, which is the top team.
Yep. And let me tell you, the Black Mambas is a good team, and Goon Squad's a good team. Those are not they're not easy wins. So I think Salam Charity's out, to be honest, of the playoffs. Yeah. And that's tough.
Unless Jaws steps up, Rizwan steps up, and
so looking at our preseason power rankings, we got to give some love to Halal Stars. Granted, we had them at the preseason power rankings at 9. They're currently at number 2. They're 6-1. Their only losses against the undefeated Just Keep team. So we got to give them some love. They've been winning. They've went through their conference, won out everything. We have a big matchup against them. Wolfpack plays them in 2 weeks.
Oh wow!
Okay. Right, 2 games from now, right? So that's going to be interesting. That'll really see if they're one of the contenders or not. Mm-hmm. But they've gone through their conference, so they're a really good team. Dunya Elite, we had them in the preseason at 13. They're currently at number 7. They had a tough loss against Black Mambas. They won this last week against AC99, which is a lower team. But they're in the pack. They're in the hunt. They're fighting for a playoff spot themselves too. Mm-hmm. They're probably in the number 4 seed right now on their conference. So that's going to be they got to basically win out. It's going to be tough. It's going to be every game's going to matter, obviously, especially for those fringe teams, and then Goon Squad. Let me tell you, and Irfan, this is something you got to pay attention to because I know Main Event, you guys have them on your schedule, right?
Yeah, I'm looking at them right now.
You guys play them in 2 weeks?
We play next week.
Oh, this coming game?
This coming Sunday.
This coming Sunday?
Yeah.
Is Goon Squad and Main Event? Mm-hmm. I thought you guys had a different matchup.
7 p.m.
Oh, Goon Squad.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, Goon Squad is underrated, man.
So who's on the squad?
So Goon Squad.
I don't know any of these guys, but Munib.
Let me tell you. Goon Squad is on a.
The Austin's team?
No, Munib only know.
Let me see. Where's Goon Squad right now? Goon Squad is on a 3-game win streak, right now. Right.
Austin's team,
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Goon Squad's on a 3-game win streak.
That's solid.
The game before that win streak started, that's when they lost at the buzzer by Black Mambas. They were up on Black Mambas with 1 point with like 2 seconds left. Black Mambas hit a shot at the buzzer. So this could easily be a 4-game win streak for them.
Yeah.
They're one of the hottest teams. They're well coached with Omar Khaldrogo Khalid over there, who's got a bounce in his step ever since he's been featured as the Bachelor of the Week. So they're a hot team, Irfan.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, they're not going to be an easy team for you guys. Main Event.
Yeah, I think
you guys got to take them seriously.
You
can't look at their 3-4 record. I think they're 3-4. Yes, 3-4 record.
Yeah, they got some players.
They got some players, and they're clicking right now. 3-game win streak. You got to watch out for them. Yeah. And Irfan, if you lose to them,
we might be out of playoffs.
You could possibly be out of playoffs. Because right now, looking at it, Main Event, you're 4-3. Sand Ninjas is 4-3. So if you lose, because right now you have the thing is you guys control your destiny. You guys have the tiebreaker over Sand Ninjas. If you win your next 3 games, you got the 4 seed. You lose this game against Goon Squad and Sand Ninjas wins out, they have 1 game over you. You guys are out. So this is a big game.
Next 3 games, next 3 teams.
And let me tell you, Asif, you alluded to it. I don't think Sand Ninjas is losing another game in this regular season. They're going to lose to us in the playoffs, but
we'll definitely get to that when we get around.
But so let's going to Sand Ninjas now. They were the biggest mover during the deadline. Shout out to Muba Scuba, the GM candidate of the year right now. He was very active on the phone lines, wheeling and dealing. A lot of people didn't think they had the cap space to add both Ali and Adam. He made it work. He had to drop a player, and he freed up some space. He added both Ali. He snaked. Everybody thought Ali was going to Salam Charity.
Yeah, he really was. I heard from Salam Charity. Yeah, we got him.
It was
got
done
him the
deal.
bag. It's done deal. We're just faxing over the papers.
Yep.
And I think that was a problem. They faxed over while Sand Ninjas, Muba Man,
21st century. He went straight. So. He drove straight to him in a Carusan car leased from them.
Yeah.
He went straight and he snagged both of them, and those are huge pickups. And let me tell you, we faced the new look Sand Ninjas. Wolfpack faced them right after the deadline, and it was I still think if we had our whole squad, we would have been more competitive. We had a lead on them first half. We got gassed out second half. But give them credit, man. They have a good squad over there. They have, in my opinion.
But that was also the game you went 2 for 21. So, I mean, you're not going to...
I mean, we don't need to bring up stats like that. Like I said.
I watched that game. Honestly, that game was really exciting, besides you missing all those shots.
Okay. Okay. If you watched that game, you saw how our offense...
I saw when you get the ball. I attested that.
I got the ball at 2 seconds left on the shot clock at half court. Like, my team got stuck. Yeah. They dump it out to me. I look back. I spend another second looking back for the shot clock, right? Look back. I see it's at 2 seconds. Throw it up.
It's more like 5 seconds.
and that
but still, it's like not enough time. You're like up there.
That was literally like honestly 8 of them. And honestly, I'm not worried about that stat line at all.
Hey, shooters shoot.
Yeah, 100%.
Best of us do it. So.
And a bright side, you did have 19 rebounds and 16 points.
And Hamid made sure to get every one of my shot attempts. Man, you know what?
He's a great stat keeper.
Let me tell you,
amazing stat keeper.
And on that note, I shout out Hamid on his stats every time on the power rankings, and I know it's retaliation for that, right? I was like, oh, Hamid played 37 minutes and he only finished with 2 points. Well, somebody's got to look at that. Hamid's like, okay, I'm doing their stats for sure, No, but so back to Sand Ninjas. Asif, you talked about it, like that pickup of Adam. Let me tell you, Adam is such a great player. Yeah. He's the piece they needed.
It really was.
Right?
So he was on Pool Party in D2. Mm-hmm. He left that team. I don't think he fit in well with them. I mean, he's a new player to them. He's never played with any of those guys. They don't know his game, and Adam's really good.
Adam had a good game.
We got added to D3. I was really excited that he was on Sand Ninjas. Actually, I want him to go to Salam Charity with Ali. Yeah. And then when I found out that Ali and him went to Sand Ninjas, I'm like, okay, cool. At least he has someone with him. Yeah. He's such a calming presence. Like, he's never cracking under pressure. Like
100%.
And that's exactly what you need. Like in like
big time, especially
game.
A young team.
Exactly. They have 2 veteran leaders now.
Yep.
Which is huge for that team. They're a bunch of young guys.
Big time.
So I think it's a huge pickup for them, and like you said, GM of the year candidate.
Honestly, I think it's a runaway because those pickups. Let me tell you, before that, Sand Ninjas were reeling. You had potentially a holdout with Jahim Ali, Jelly, fighting with the GM, disgruntled. He didn't show up for their previous game. They had a sit-down, heart-to-heart talk. Muba Man promised that he was going to make some changes at the deadline, and he did. He followed through. Their team was reeling. They were probably going to be out of playoffs. Like they were on the brink. I think they were 1-3 at that point.
And that would have been a wasted season for Jahim. He's
such
really
a
nice.
solid
If
player.
they finish off the season strong, he is definitely an MVP candidate. The way he plays.
Oh, absolutely.
I haven't watched him play yet.
He's nice.
He's nice.
I was looking at his stats right now. He did.
He won Player of the Week after we played him.
He had 27.
27 points. Yeah,
and he was efficient.
Oh yeah, no, he's such a solid player. He honestly, I was a big fan of his game last year too. I saw how he played. He was with
what team did he play?
He was with North.
North County Hoopers.
North County Hoopers. Yep. He was with North County Hoopers, and and they had a solid team too. They just didn't get into the playoffs at the end, you know. I was a fan of his game at that point too, for sure.
Even last game, 26 and 7.
Yeah, really solid player. So yeah, Sand Ninjas is right there. And back to Adam though, real quick, you're spot on. He was the piece they needed. He like the veteran presence. He got their offense right. And let me give you guys some insight behind the scenes. We were in talks. Wolfpack, our team, were in talks of signing Adam to our team. And I was all for it. I said, please sign him. Yeah. Please sign him. Right?
I heard that's two pickups. I heard the Moldy ownership didn't deny that request.
Hey, you know.
As well as Elliot. I think, honestly, either one of those players would have made a huge difference for you guys. Yeah, you guys have a lot of players on the team, but having a knockdown shooter in Elliot or Adam just by the floor.
Oh, man. Oh yeah.
I wanted to get LEQ and Adam on main event.
Yes.
That would have been perfect.
Oh, yeah.
People on the roster.
Let me tell you.
No, you guys got enough, man. You guys got Johnson players.
I called him Hamza. I was like, Hamza, we got. He's like, bro, you don't want me to play?
Hey, we're getting to main event. Trust me, main event's one of our top topics for D3 right now.
We did talk about it.
Ali and Adam are honestly one of the top free agent pickups for D3, and the fact that Sandin just got both of them, and Asif, I'm so glad you brought that up too, because we were looking to add both of those guys, you know, and they were both. I mean, granted, we're still doing good with our team that we have right now, but the more firepower, the better, especially for we're trying to win the championship here, right? So I mean, let's talk about Wolfpack a little bit. We were preseason power on the power rankings as number 3. This week we're coming in at 3 as well, so we were spot on right now. End of the day we're going to look at the end rankings, but we're exactly where we had a couple of losses to both Sand Ninjas and Salam Charity, but I think we're in a good spot right now. We had a big game against Fakers, who were undefeated. We beat them, but this main event game of Irfan, there's been a lot of. And Irfan, to give some people some insight, Irfan here is the coach, head coach for main event.
Yeah, it's probably my first game of coaching.
I heard that he's already in the hot seat.
There's been a lot of, let me tell you, of scrutiny, Irfan, with your choices in that game.
Man,
right? One, let me just say it off the bat right now. There's an Amartharine situation with the team, right?
What is it?
There's been two camps. Let me tell you. There's two camps. Two school of thoughts.
Okay.
Amartharine was suspended for 2 games.
Correct.
Unofficially. He was in vacation.
Yeah.
Right. Well, but we say for his HGH use, steroid use, right? He was missing for 2 games. That's when main event actually kind of gelled and got together, right? I felt like you guys as a team kind of took that leap. You guys added your free agents. Ibrahim, the Elastic Ilahi. Right, and Hamza, the other Hamza Vieira. Those are, in my opinion, great pickups for you guys. Right, you guys added some shooting, added some other people who could handle the ball. Granted, they do some carrying and turnovers and travels and stuff like that, but that's
besides the point.
They're solid players, right? You guys added some really good depth to your team that honestly, without them, you guys were kind of lacking there, right? So during those 2 weeks, your team main event kind of took that leap. You guys got some big wins.
Yep.
Ball movement was great. Now, this is without Hamza Ashraf and Amartharine. They were on vacation. They come back, right? Some people thought they should have came off the bench and let that team continue. With how they were operating. You made the decision that...
Me? Who made this decision?
Hey, you're the head coach.
I'm like an interim head coach. I definitely did not make no decisions. That's for sure.
So, Ibrahim,
but I think it was like given within the team.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm involved in
sure.
I can, but overall, like
and we all know it all ends and stops with the Ashraf ownership group.
Correct.
We all know that,
right? So it's like
they passed on some free agents 2 years ago. Myself, right? So we all know it's
so I think
we all know the directive comes from the Ashraf ownership. We all know that, right?
For sure.
Ibrahim Elahi was a big part of the team in those 2 weeks, right?
Yeah.
Comes off the bench, and let me tell you, we were surprised from Wolfpack side because we were game planning for him being out on the floor.
Correct.
How are we going to match up? We see him coming off the bench. We were like, fantastic.
Yeah.
Right? That was a big surprise, right? And I jokingly say Amar Thereen off the bench, but let me tell you, Amar Thereen's your best player.
He really
There's
is.
no reason for him to come off the bench, right? He needs to be starting, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, he needs to start. But the thing is,
I think he's still trying to find his game.
I don't know.
Because we've seen him how he plays.
We're 7 games in. I mean,
well, the thing is, he was missing 2 games, right? Maybe ease him back in. That could have been part of it. But in my opinion, he's your best player. He needs to be shooting 15 shots a game. How many shots did he have that last game? He's not getting the ball enough.
Yeah.
But see, that's the other thing too. Let me tell you, this is why I say main event is in turmoil, right? How many shots did he have this last game?
7.
7 shots. And in my opinion, he's your best player, offensively at least, right?
Also, I don't think the stats are right because it looks like
last game he had 1 for 3 and 1 for 4. Yeah, 7.
Yeah. But the thing is, let me tell you though, what ends up happening for him, and this is the problem you guys are in, right? He doesn't get the ball, right? Enough. The times he does get the ball, he's like, I'm not passing it to anybody.
Correct.
Because I don't get the ball.
Correct.
Right? And this is the problem with a lot of teams, right? When you don't have that good ball movement, when a player's not getting the ball, when they do get it, hey, I'm not going to get this ball back again. I'm taking it and I'm going tunnel vision. I'm going straight at the rim or I'm shooting the 3.
Yeah.
The ball will never get back out there. Now, when that happens, other players see that, hey, he's never passing the ball out. We're not giving him the ball.
Yeah.
And it's a disaster for the team. So that's what I'm seeing the biggest issue. And I shouldn't be saying that as you guys are one of our rivals, possibly our first round playoff matchup, But you guys are also my friends. I want to see you guys do good. I want to see you guys succeed. That's the problem I'm seeing with your team.
I mean, to be honest on that point, so that point was already been brought up to the team and they have figured a way out like how to get everybody involved where nobody feels that way.
Yeah.
So that has already been addressed. But looking at last game, I mean, they put up 10 shots, 4 for 10 from field goal throughout the game.
Yeah.
And the shot 24
you guys are taking 10 shots. How many players are going to get how many shots?
Yep.
So with that, like the team itself, I personally believe, got to start taking more shots, right? Getting more comfortable instead of like being too passive at this point, right? It was a low-scoring game. It was 33-27. I mean, they almost had you guys. Like, you guys were scared at one point when we made that run.
I don't know if we were scared, I don't know. I don't know if scared is the word.
You shut Feroz down, and then the refs were on your side, so you got all the calls.
I don't know. I don't know if scared is the word.
But yeah, I mean, I think our team is gonna be. I think big game is this week coming up.
That's
the biggest game for them.
You guys gotta win out.
Let me tell you, this next game, forget the rest of the schedule.
Yeah.
This next game is going to determine your guys' playoff ranks.
Yeah.
Because honestly, I see you guys winning the next game after that.
So
right?
I think the team, they just got to trust each other and just be more work on defensively. But I think we'll be fine. I think we're gonna make a comeback.
And it's all about sacrifice too, and putting egos aside. I mean, that's.
Let me ask you this. I mean, the thing is, the other thing too, though, you guys have a lot of players on your roster.
Yeah,
too many.
Playing time is not going to be equal.
Is tough, yeah.
And that's what I tell my team all the time too. Like, hey, if we got a lead, by all means, take me out. I don't care to play. I don't care to play the big minutes. I don't care about my stats. Mm-hmm. I don't need to have.
You want to get banned from D3.
I don't know. Last season, I heard they were trying to take you out and you got mad.
Hey, we already addressed that on the podcast. Right?
I don't think they're gonna try to take you out again.
But the point though is, there's got to be some sacrifice from players.
Of course, yeah.
Right?
I mean, with that many players on the squad, players got to be.
And
able to sacrifice that.
And
I feel like
I'm
most of the players, they understand they're only gonna get like 12 to 15 minutes, and they're open to it.
But the thing is, you got to put your best 5 lineup out there on the floor. And the thing is, you got to give them some time out there on these regular season games to develop that chemistry, because you don't want to develop it in playoffs. That's too late now, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna cost yourself some games, potentially lose a series if you do that. All right, so that's main event. Let's kind of go through some of the squads. Let's go to the bottom of the squads. We have Cream City at the bottom at 16. We're going to kind of go through it quick. I mentioned Cream City. They're a young team. Honestly, they're in the games. They gave us a run for our money. They're just a young team.
Yeah.
They add a veteran presence like a David Terminator Tran onto that squad.
Oh, he really is on the team?
No, he's not on the team. I'm saying if they had added him, you know, because on top of that, David will give him a big man.
Wow, they haven't won a single game, huh?
They're winless right now, but they're good.
Yeah, they're within every. Besides main event, they've been close within games. 5 to 10 points.
Yeah,
and Lakers.
They played us pretty good too. We didn't beat them, but we didn't blow them out.
51, 7 points.
Yeah, it's been like 8 point, 6 point games. Add a veteran presence like a David Tran, or you know, to a team like that. Give him a big man. Give him some, you know, knowledge. I think that would make a big difference. You know. Next we have Haiba, another team that's they're. Let me tell you, Haiba's winless also, 0-7, but they have the division's leading rebounder on the team on Ryan Jalal on there. Shout out Ryan on the squad. He's a leading rebounder, but they're winless, and you know it's just been tough for them. They haven't had a full squad. It's been one of those situations. AC99, Showtime, those guys, again, another case of young teams without having the full squad. Showtime without the Ethan, the Beacon Avila, they struggle with the score. They're in the 20-point range. After that, we got Caregivers, middle of the pack. They got a couple of wins. They started off winless. Again, another young team that's solid, but you know, not there completely. Now we have main event at 11. Irfan, you guys have been dropping. You're on a 2-game losing streak right there. Salam Charity at 10. Goon Squad, they were winless, 0-4, but now they're on a 3-game win streak, so they're climbing the ranks quick. So that's going to be a big, big game like we talked about. Fakers have dropped. They started the season undefeated. They lost their last 2. Now they're 5-2. They're coming in.
The way the Fakers started, I don't know what Twilight Zone we were in.
We were in a bizarre world.
I never thought I would, even see anything like that happening in my lifetime.
That was a fake out.
Yeah.
No, but honestly though, let me tell you though.
They started off hot.
They started off really hot. And let me tell you though, I'm not going to discount them though.
Yeah,
right?
I think
there's
so
a
solid.
reason. There was a reason they were 5-0.
Yeah.
But let me tell you, that fourth quarter against us, I saw their potential.
Yeah.
They played with intensity. They played with a sense of urgency. I saw their potential in that team in that fourth quarter. That first 3 quarters, we blew them out, right? But that fourth quarter, and I said it in the power rankings, I gave them some love. Even though we beat them, I see their potential in them. Yeah. So they have a big game against Just Keep.
They do.
They play the undefeated team. I think this is going to tell us about their season right here. Yep. If they're really a contender, if they get blown out by Just Keep, then it's all been a fake.
You guys could have easily smoked the Fakers.
Oh, and we did though. We were up 40-20 going into the fourth quarter.
You had
you guys beat by 12 points.
Yeah, the thing is,
you shot bad personally, but other than that,
1 for 11, right on that one.
I don't know.
That game was 1 for 11.
I don't know if that's necessarily the case here. 1 for 11.
1 for 11
from the 3.
Hey, honestly though, at the end of the day though. Like, they're a group of friends as well.
Yeah.
You want to see them win.
You know how they play.
And I'm glad to actually see them have a winning record. Like,
don't trust
the group of the trio of
Azim,
Waqas, and Zishan.
Waqas is one of my closest friends. I love Waqas. Everybody knows that, you know. I've been so happy to see them winning, right? And that's why you saw all the cameras the media teams were out for that matchup. Yeah. We had 3 different media teams. We had 5 different cameras going. It was a big matchup for sure.
Flying everywhere.
How many more edits are we going to see, by the way?
Are we done here?
I have that shot in 6 different angles. You know, I have a few different edits.
You see Saad flying through this podcast right now.
That video was so funny.
I heard the team was complaining about how Murrow's only got 1 shot. And that was the only one that went viral, and not all the misses.
Oh yeah. So
that was the 1 for 11.
Let me tell you,
he went 1 for 11, and he played.
Fakers. So let me give you guys some insight though. After I posted that video of Saad flying through the air, Fakers wanted to retaliate against me. They said, "Oh, they're gonna make a highlight video of all of my missed shots, right?" Okay. And I said, "Make sure you include the scoreboard on the highlight video. You can't make a highlight video on the loss.
Yeah, you can. Of course you can.
If you lose a game,
he's making it for a player, not the team.
No, you can't make a highlight video. If
your team won, you can't do it. It's done with.
So I don't know if you know.
If you lost, it's a different story. But you won, so it's over with now.
So when we played Sand Ninjas, we lost. I have full game footage. I scored 16 points in that game, right? You didn't see a highlight video from Wolfpack come out. I was like, you can't. Yeah. And my team was like, hey, where's our highlight video? I was like, you guys are kidding me. You're not getting a highlight video on losses. Yeah. Right? You want a highlight video? We need to win.
Hey, which team may ask you that? Huh? Which teammate was that?
Hey, our team stuff stays inside. You know, we're a tight knit group. We don't have leaks like main event does.
Coming from the coach, live and in person.
Let me tell you, I've gotten a lot of anonymous messages from main event players. I won't say any names. I've gotten a lot. I'll confirm that right now.
Let me take a wild guess.
So keeping it moving. We talked about Sand Ninjas. Let's see. So Sand Ninjas has been moving up in the power rankings. Oh, actually, I skipped over. We got Dunya Elite at 7, Black Mambas at 6. They're kind of middle of the pack. Salama Lakers is a solid team. They're number 5.
Yusuf Hashim, shout out.
They had a big win.
Former Kobe
Stan player.
They had a big win
and look how he's thriving now again.
Oh yeah,
he sees daylight. He came out of depression.
That went off after Irfan was missing, right?
Yeah.
They beat Fakers, so that was a big win for them. So now let me tell you, on our side of the conference, we have 3 teams that are 5-2. My Wolfpack is 5-2, Fakers are 5-2, and Salama Lakers. Wolfpack has a tiebreaker over both of them, so we're in the number 1 seed right now. Salama Lakers has a tiebreaker, obviously, over Fakers. They're number 2.
Yeah. Fakers
is dropping down to 3. So if they lose against Just Keep, they could potentially go to 4th seed, possibly get out of the playoffs too. Yeah. So that's something to keep an eye out.
I've seen the possibility just dropping to 4th.
Are we taking fresh eye bets?
We definitely
if you're taking fresh eye bets, I don't think Fakers gonna make the playoffs.
You don't think Fakers are making it?
No.
They have the tiebreaker. No. They have a tiebreaker over
Fakers
you
guys.
Are making
it.
They have a tiebreaker over main event. Keep that in mind.
The last 2 games against 0-7 team
they got
and
Just Keep,
2-4 team, I think.
Haiba and Showtime. They're gonna go 1 for 2 on those.
I think they beat Haiba and Showtime.
Yeah.
I think they beat Haiba and Showtime.
At worst 2-1.
I think they go 2-1. Yeah. If Showtime.
If they go 1 for 2, they're gonna be out of playoffs, right?
No, they're in it. So.
Oh, then I take my bet.
Because they have the tiebreakers.
You want to bet on a Muslim?
Absolutely, we're taking bets. It's fresh jive. It's not official. Right? So no, keeping it going. Sand Ninjas has moved up in the power rankings significantly. Yeah. They're a new look team. They're number 4.
They're gonna be surprising in playoffs.
But they are most dangerous team to make the playoffs. But the crazy part is they could miss playoffs.
Correct.
They can win out and they can still miss playoffs.
Yeah.
And it all depends on what happens with main event and Goon Squad.
Yeah.
So if main event, you guys, they're right on your heels though, man.
Correct.
I hope
they will be fine. We're gonna take that game.
Wolfpack is number 3. Halal Stars is number 2, and we gotta talk about Just Keep a little bit. They're the undefeated team. They're the favorites to win it all. All the pressure is on them. I got a message from Zishan, the hacker Hakani, right? Because in the last power rankings, I said all of that. I said, hey, Just Keep, all the pressure is on you now to win it all. You guys are the favorites. Schedule the parade now. Get your ring sizes. He messages me. He goes, I know what you're doing. He goes, you did the same thing last year when they were hot shots.
Yeah.
And I definitely did the same thing last year, right? But all the pressure on them, the young guys, you know? And he knows the playbook now, right? So, but it's true though. They're undefeated,
and they're beating all teams.
They're blowing teams out.
Yeah. Besides Goon Squad, they only won by 3 points.
I'm telling you, that's why you can't sleep on Goon Squad.
This looks like a bunch of Corona guys, I think.
Yeah, Just Keep is solid, man.
Yeah.
So they're run and gun. Offense.
I said Joffrey. He used to come play ball with us back in the day.
Yeah. He was
nights.
He was on the Fakers last year.
He was,
and he won Player of the Week in D3 a couple weeks ago.
Just Keep, do they have one player that just stands out above?
And I think it's all.
They're a deep team.
They're a deep team, right? And I feel like they've consistently played together throughout the week.
Yep.
They have great chemistry then.
They all know each other. They play together. Most of these guys are returning from the Hot Shot squad from last year, right?
Yeah, Ramiz Khan.
And Nick the Lamas is on there.
Nick Lamas, yeah, I don't know. Watched him play.
He's solid. I destroyed him when we played him last year because we had a non-conference game last year against the Hot Shots. That's the game where I destroyed.
Tall guy? He's pretty tall, right?
Tall, lanky.
Okay.
That's the game where I destroyed Irfan Hamid. And I hit that huge shot on him that his family still torments him, and he's still going through sports trauma right now about. Shout out to Irfan, the Hammer Hamid. He's our current Bachelor of the Week. Nice. But yeah, Just Keep. They all know each other. Zishan Haqqani, the hacker, he just won Player of the Week last week, right?
Nice. Yeah, they're a good team.
Anybody can go off on that squad. I'm really curious to see what happens with the Fakers. Because Fakers have size, and they played 2 different styles. Just Keep is a run and gun offense, 3-ball shooting team. Fakers, they can get the 3-ball off. The main event knows that, you know. But they have that big man. Their big man on Fakers is, I don't think Just Keep has an answer for him, because he's vicious. I took a shot from him when we played him. He leveled me, right? Wow. I went in, I was on the ground. I was like, they called a foul on him.
That's tough, because I mean, you're a top dog in D3. You're one of the better bigs, the bigger bigs.
I'm telling you, when I saw it played against him, I don't think Just Keep has an answer for him. So that's where it's going to be critical for Fakers to try to dethrone Just Keep or give them their first loss.
All right.
So that's D3. Let's get into D2. The big division. We got a lot of
everybody talks about. Everybody's
lot of storylines in D2. Let's see here.
What are we doing first?
Let's take a look at the preseason rankings and the current ones. D2 we did the best in. Yeah. Right. We had, I would say, 12 of the 16 matchups were accurate. We had a lot of matchups that were spot on, exactly where they needed to be. Let's talk about, first of all, some of the disappointments. The biggest disappointment for us was Cookies. We had Cookies preseason ranked 4, and they're currently ranked at number 11, sitting at 3 and 4. Yep. And they're currently on a 2-game losing streak. Let me tell you, Cookies is probably the best 3 and 4 team in D2. And you know what? And the thing is, I've been coaching a team in D2. I've been doing the power rankings. So I feel like I know a lot more about D2 now than I did in the preseason.
You're coaching the 76ers, right?
786ers. So I definitely been watching.
How's that
going? We'll get to that in 1 second.
You guys posted a picture first week, no?
A picture
after you guys won the game.
Oh no, they were the game of the week in week 2. Because they won the first game.
You coached that team to the win.
I was not. They brought me in. They brought
you in week 2.
Week 2. They
haven't won a game.
We'll get to that.
Let's talk about coach on the hot seat.
They brought me in on week 2 for that game of the week. And yes, we haven't.
How's it been going, man?
I've been winless as a coach. My winning percentage has been down. We'll get to that in 1 second. So let's talk about Cookies, right? Cookies has been the biggest disappointment so far in terms of our preseason power rankings. We had them at number 4. They're sitting at number 11 right now. They're 3 and 4. But let me tell you this:
they're losing close games.
They lost at the buzzer.
Game winner against Hadi.
And let me tell you,
it was 2-point.
It's funny you said against Hadi. You didn't even say against Cougars. It really was against Hadi.
It is against Hadi. Yeah, like the guy took so much toll on his body, he broke his toe.
I heard. No, it was not against California.
It was against.
He broke his toe against Cougars.
He sprained his toe.
He sprained his toe.
Okay. He's out for a few weeks, man.
No, but so the thing is, Cookies, man.
And they also added Aliyah Seal.
Yeah.
That's a great pick. That's a great ad for them. That's a great pickup.
They have such a good squad. No, and I saw it firsthand because I was there on the bench.
Zane is probably one of the best perimeter shooters I've came across.
Let me tell you.
He's Rip Hamilton of MBL D2.
100%.
I promise
you. Have you seen him play?
I played against him, yes.
Zane the Hurricane.
Yeah.
I coached against that team, and I'm in disbelief.
I witnessed it firsthand.
So pure.
He once he got to his spot,
that's it. Automatic.
It was done. Right?
He's strong too, though.
A player like that, like he works on that emphasis of the game.
Yep.
Like that's his.
And we're not, and we haven't even mentioned Ravi yet, right? Ravi's one of the best guards in D2, in my opinion, right? And let me tell you, I said
unlimited range, by the way.
And I said the same thing to I've said this to Ravi too. I'm a big fan of his brother's game too. Rohan. Mm-hmm. I watched it because I was watching him play. Because sometimes some players just pass the eye test, right?
Yeah.
In my eyes, he passes the eye test. Like you watch him play, and he doesn't play many minutes. I was like, he can hoop. You know, why isn't he playing more?
Yeah.
And like you mentioned, they picked up Ali on their team, right? At the buyout market. They got such a good team. I'm shocked at these losses.
I think the player they were really heavily relying on, and they hasn't been performing, is Ahmed Khan. Right, like his stats.
What's going on with him?
I don't know. I mean, I know he's fit.
He was supposed to run with you?
Yeah.
That's why you brought him up. Shout out the fake AK.
Fake AK. Oh, no, I mean, I think he definitely got to step up, right?
Yeah.
For Cookies to at least win out all the games for the rest of the season. I mean, I think
I'm looking at his stats by week. He's got to put up numbers. He needs to be that person to help. Like he's a veteran presence at this point. He's got.
Are we putting Ahmed Khan as a veteran status?
No.
He's not a veteran.
No.
He's still a young guy.
Yeah.
Man.
I mean, he's been in the league for what?
He's
7
still a
years
young
now?
guy.
6, 7 years.
We've been in this league for like 16 plus years.
I know. No,
Yeah.
don't get me wrong.
20.
He's been in the league. I would say he's like
Okay, in NBL terms, like how many years you need to play to be considered a veteran?
God,
We're
man.
talking about 10?
15 plus?
No, I mean
Okay,
now
for-
we're talking about
for
already on
this-
retired age.
For this team,
yeah, I guess
he
you're right.
is
You're
the
right.
veteran.
Yeah, definitely.
For this team, this is a fairly young team,
Yeah.
a bunch of young guys. They're
I see
new
what
to the
you mean,
league.
yeah.
Ahmed Khan is the veteran of the
He-
league. Sorry,
So-
veteran of his team. Sorry.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah. So let me tell you, Cookies right now. This last week they played Aki Way, an Aki Way team that was missing several players. No
Yeah.
Dawoodi the Foodie on the squad. 2 players were suspended, Elias and Parsa.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
right.
Right? They still
They had
lost.
5 players, yeah.
And they were up 18 at half or 18
Yeah,
or 16.
that's
Wow.
a game you got to win.
That's a must-win situation. You're up
Yeah.
18 at the half,
Yep.
and you
Up
lost that game.
18 at the half. Wow.
And they lost.
Yeah,
And
that's
that's what
that's
and I'm
huge.
sure that may cost them the playoffs.
Yeah.
Because now we're
Very-
looking at a tight playoff race here, and this is the last conference game. I mean, I don't think they're going to be fighting with Aki Way with the conference, but they lost some tiebreakers that they needed to get. The biggest tiebreaker is against Cougars. They don't have the tiebreaker with them. I think Cougars and they have the same record, 3-4.
3-4.
Cougars has a tiebreaker over them, right? So that was a big disappointment. Looking at the other misses that we had in the preseason.
And, they have a tough schedule coming up. Cookies.
Cookies.
So they play us. They play. I think they play Pool Party also.
Okay.
And Pool Parties.
Actually, pull up their schedule. See.
They got Redeem Team, Bucket Cartel, and Pool Party.
So I think they beat Redeem
They beat
Team,
Redeem Team.
right?
Yeah.
Bucket Cartel, that can go either way.
Yes.
And Bucket Cartel will need that win too.
And Bucket
Yeah,
Cartel needs that
we're-
win too.
Yep,
That's
we're in a tiebreaker as
is this the first game?
Second game.
So
Second-
we're second game. Pool Party's third game, and Pool Party's
Okay.
got a good record too.
So those are going to be huge games.
Yeah.
For
And
Cookies.
honestly, a lot's at stake right there between Bucket Cartel and Cookies. Right.
Yep.
That's a big game for both
Definitely
sides.
fighting for playoff position.
Both teams.
Playoff spot.
Playoff spot.
Playoff spot, yeah.
And
And-
especially this year with no play-in tournament.
No play, and that was
Which is a big disappointment, by the way. The play-in was so exciting. It was so fun.
I
to,
thought
like-
the play-in was good.
Yeah.
I thought it was good for the fifth
seed, yes.
right? Obviously, if you're a 4th seed playing that single game elimination, you're like, what the heck?
Yeah.
Everybody wants to get to that 3-game series. You know, I would be so pissed off if I was a 4th seed, lost that play-in, and
Yeah.
then missed out on that. You know. But yeah, no, but it makes it tougher, right?
Yeah, it
you
does
got to
for
be
sure.
a top 4 team to make playoffs. That's
Yeah.
what the regular season matters. That's going to be a huge game.
Mm-hmm.
Cookies versus Bucket Cartel. And honestly, Bucket Cartel, you guys have been kind of a disappointment too.
Yeah,
I'll be
we
honest
have.
with you. It's been an up and down season for you guys. And I think you guys have such a good squad too.
We do,
But we'll
man.
get to you guys in
Yeah.
1 second though. Looking at Cookies. Actually, let's get to you guys right now. Right?
Yeah,
Next.
let's talk about Bucket.
Well, before we
Well,
get
then
there,
we have, like-
I want to see the misses first that we had, right? California, we had them in the preseason as number 9. It was a part of it was like not knowing how they were going to play.
Well, we didn't know who Kevin LaFrance was.
right?
Now we know.
LaFrance.
Now the whole league knows.
Now we
Now-
know.
now we
The
know.
whole league knows.
They're currently
Why
ranked.
Pally was so hyped up on him.
Yeah.
So they're currently ranked number 2 overall in the power rankings, which is really high.
Yeah.
They're 6-1.
It's solid.
6-1. They
I have a hot
beat-
take on the team, by the way, when we get to them.
We on which team?
Pally?
California. We're on California now.
Oh, we
are?
Yeah.
Oh.
So they're 6-1.
Uh-huh.
They beat Aki Way, which was Aki Way is a undefeated team at the
Yeah,
time.
at that time.
Right? And Aki Way is, in my opinion, I'm really high on Aki Way. Let me put that out there too, and we'll get to them in 1 second too.
Yeah.
Aki Way, I coached against them too, and I was just like, this team is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Right? They're deep. We'll get to Aki Way in 1 second though. But back to California, they beat that team.
Yeah.
Right? California beat Aki Way, and they have 2 solid players. We mentioned Kevin LaFrance, Ali, the ankle breaker anchor, right?
Yeah.
And they
I wasn't familiar with his game. Obviously, I just met him this past
After
season.
this past Sunday, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure you're aware now.
and he just dropped 40 points on Cougars.
He
Yeah.
outscored
He outscored.
single-handedly.
Oh, he outscored
He outscored the
Cougars.
whole team.
Yes.
Yeah, final score was 75-39. Wow.
And he dropped 40 or 41?
He dropped 40.
He
40
dropped 40
points.
points. Cougars had 39 as a team.
39
Wow.
as a team.
So he's got great size on
Yeah.
him. He's definitely offensively skilled. That's a good team right
It
there.
really is.
So the big matchup.
I mean, they also picked up this new pickup, Mason.
Mason, yes.
Great shooter.
Yep.
Shout out Ocean View High School.
Ocean View.
Ocean View.
So they're a deep team now. They got veterans on there. They still have Ahmad Khalaf on the squad.
Faraz was able to pick him up from back in the day.
Faraz's boy.
Yeah, Faraz's boy. That's right.
So now they're sitting at 6-1.
Yeah.
The big matchup for them coming up, and I think they're a lock in playoffs, right? Big matchup is going to be the last game of the season. Most hated.
Yeah.
I'm really curious
That'll be
to
a fun
see
game to
how
watch.
that game is. That could be a potential championship preview.
Yeah.
Right? Potential. I mean, right?
Not only that, but for MVP consideration.
MVP consideration.
Because my hot take is Kevin LaFrance is my MVP candidate for sure.
D2.
For D2.
Okay.
I don't know if you guys seen a full game of his, but this
I watched his full game against.
Not only is he a defensive presence,
Akiwe, yeah,
he runs.
He
the
controls
offense.
the game.
Yeah.
Like he controls the team, right?
Yep.
And obviously, like player like with that caliber, I mean, it's really hard to guard because he can play every position.
Yep.
Yeah. And I'm not saying like controlling the offense. He's not going and pulling up every single shot.
Not.
He's getting everyone involved.
He's controlling the game.
He's the anchor for the team.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. He sounds like a very Mero style type of player.
Who?
I don't know. We're talking about D2 here. We're talking about D2 here.
A player that can,
let's wait for you to get
control the
offense. We'll talk about the next season when you come to D2. We'll compare.
Friends, and my MVP candidate. We were definitely unaware of him and his game.
Yeah.
They had some in-season moves. I think a couple players, dropped and went to different teams, and I think that opened up for playing time for other players. Everyone knows their role now, and they've been gelling. They added Mason. Great pickup for them. I think a high IQ player. So I think they're the team to beat.
A team to beat for sure. Yeah. 100%.
Yusuf Abubakar.
And California.
Yusuf Abubakar.
California's on the other side of you guys.
I think so. Yeah.
You guys, they're on the other side with the Akiwe side, not on your guys' side. Do you guys face them at all?
We don't.
Pally, we don't.
Oh, you guys. It would have been a good matchup.
That would have been a great matchup.
We wanted to see, early on, we wanted to see the Kobe-stan versus California matchup, especially after all the talk. Hey, you guys got
MBL robbed us of that matchup.
Make it to the championship.
Make it to the championship. Asif, you mentioned MVP, right? Yeah. I think we have to give credit to Most Hated. Undefeated. Yeah. They ran through their conference. They did it with ease at times.
Yeah.
It looked like they could turn on the switch anytime.
Really can. We played them. We experienced it. So.
And let me tell you, let's pivot a little bit to Most Hated now. Give this undefeated team some love here.
Yeah. Great team. Fun to watch.
The thing is, they're a deep team, man.
So deep.
And I think they kind of remind me of
hidden talent. Hidden talent.
Well, I was gonna give him NBA.
Yeah, those NBA equivalent.
I was gonna give him like the
hidden talent.
Hey,
undefeated. All you guys have no idea.
The only D2 team undefeated, 16-0, and the season after that swerve. Let's not, we got to talk about.
Give him some history lessons.
17-0, undefeated.
So
can they finish the whole season?
So no, they remind me of the old Lakers, the early 2000 Lakers, who decided they could turn it on in playoffs, right? And they're basically have been doing that. Because I'm looking at the stats. Teams are close with them first quarter, maybe through two quarters.
They're messing around.
Third quarter, maybe one game. I think they were close through three quarters. And these are like mid-level teams. Fourth quarter comes, they hold the team down to like under single digits, and they drop 25, 30 points. Yeah. And next thing you know, they win by 20, 30
Against
points.
Kobe-stan, I wasn't there, but supposedly we had the lead until the last
that was probably
3 minutes.
The best game Kobe-san has played.
So the last 3 minutes, ever. And then they took over.
So I watched the full game for Kobe. I watched that game because that was a big game for the Fresh Eye podcast to observe.
Correct,
because that was Jay-Z's first game back from his holdout and no Irfan and Zayd.
Yes.
And obviously it was a Kobe-san versus Most Hated.
Yeah.
And that was, and I'm telling you, everybody was waiting for Most Hated to turn on that switch, and from Most Hated's perspective, they're going to say, they weren't worried about it. Correct. But let me tell you, I saw that game. Most Hated was on the brink, right?
Yeah.
The thing is, Kobe-san was gassed.
Yeah,
you could tell.
Right?
They had 5 players, and the shot selection at the last fourth quarter.
5 minutes.
The thing is, they gave up the lead in the last 2 minutes, 2 or 3 minutes. But the last 6-7 minutes, you get to that point, right?
Yeah.
The last 6-7 minutes of the game from Kobe-stan and that against Most Hated, it was bad shot selection, tired legs.
Correct.
You could just tell the shots were just like not the same. And Jay-Z played great. The team played great. Everybody, Kobe-san played a phenomenal game up until the last 5 minutes of that game, right? So back to most hated. They've been undefeated. And I think it's Omar on the team. Mm-hmm. He's been playing phenomenal, right? And I was unfamiliar with his game. I've been seeing his stat lines. He's been consistently putting up big numbers for that team. And we have Poyesh, right? Poyesh is a solid player too.
One of my favorite players, Yusuf Dwight.
Exactly. And he's another person that hasn't
and
gotten...
he's balling in D1, and he comes in D2. And just put up
their team
crazy
is
stat
so
line.
deep. Mm-hmm. And Yusuf just won Player of the Week 2 weeks ago.
And then you can't forget Anthony Newman.
Knockdown shooter.
Right?
They got
I think the best part about what I like about the team is like every player can come up, shoot the ball, pass it around, move around, and just keep scoring. Yeah. Right? It's no like, why'd you shoot this? Why'd you shoot that shot? Yep. It's like, all right, next ball. Bring it.
And that's what makes them so dangerous. Yeah. Right? Mm-hmm. And that's why I think, hey, right now they're undefeated. I think they're the favorites to win it all. I definitely want to see somebody give them, some competition. I want to see close series. Yeah. But let me tell you, that Kobe-san game gave it some hope that some team can possibly, give them a challenge, right?
Yeah. But definitely gave us the blueprint of what we need to do as far as defense-wise.
Yep. And at the same time, though, and so, we're talking about MVP here, right? Who's an MVP candidate for that team? Because they are so deep, correct? Right? Who's the MVP for that team? Because honestly, they have such a deep team. Yusuf Dewey can be in there, really right? Yeah. Omar's in there. He's putting up big numbers. Mm-hmm. Anthony Newman's a good shooter, right? Mm-hmm. Like, who's an MVP candidate when you have a deep team like that? That's where it kind of takes away from that. Exactly. Whereas, like, a player like Kevin LaFrance, like, they have maybe one or two guys between him and Ali that, hey, it's clearly, hey, this guy's like the top player, right?
Yeah, but one player can only do so much, especially in playoffs.
Exactly, yeah.
So that's why teams like most hated.
So then who would you give the MVP for most hated? They're the undefeated team, top team in the...
You just look at the stat line, and as of...
I think Omar is definitely up there.
Omar is definitely would be the favorite on that team.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But just by looking at the stat line, right? Like, he put up way more points than anybody else. Yeah. And by the use of controls against Poyish, great guard. Right?
Oh yeah, no, exactly. I mean, the thing is, that's a good problem to have.
Yeah,
exactly.
Great problem. That deep, would love to have that problem.
Oh, 100%. Well, let's keep it going. We have to talk about Akiwe a little bit now. Yeah. Right. Akiwe has started out the season super hot, and apparently, so preseason that was another one of our misses preseason. Yeah. Right. We had them 11th in preseason. They were holding on to the number 2 spot for a while because they were undefeated, right? They suffered their first loss against California, and I think that's their only loss.
That's their only loss.
Yeah, and so they're not too far down in the power rankings.
I think we had them low because of last season.
Yes.
Yeah, we had them low for the last season. They went to play in and they lost in play-in against, I think, us or somebody else.
Yeah. So and that's the other thing. Dawoodi the Foodie always mentions their record from the previous year, and they had the biggest turnaround. Yeah. Right.
And I think for the most part, they had for the most part a similar team. I think they had Yasser Harmouche and maybe one other player, but for the most part, the same team. But that's what it goes like. It's like,
do they have
chemistry?
Chemistry goes a long way.
They're coached.
Well coached.
You can tell like they're giving up open shots for the next better open shot.
And let me tell you,
that helps a lot. That goes a long way to winning basketball.
And Asif,
very unselfish players.
I'm so glad you mentioned they're well coached. Mm-hmm. Because that was a big part of this game against Cookies, this last game against Cookies right now. Because think about it, Akiwe was without their star point guard and Dawoodi the Foodie, who's been their main offensive, anchor, their captain of the team pretty much. They had 2 suspensions of big players.
And that one guy who got suspended, he's our big.
Oh yeah,
he's a monster.
He's big. He's a big dog. Yeah.
Elias
is a monster. Exactly. Yeah. He's definitely a big part. Mm-hmm. And so the thing is, they're down 18, but let me tell you, Dawood's dad is their coach, right? He still came to the game. Wow. Coached them, even though Dawoodi was not. We got to mention Dawoodi's injured right now. Oh no. He mentioned that to me. He may be out for the rest of the season. Right.
Was that during the California game or just...
he was out? He was out during the California game as well too. Okay. No. He played California. I'm sorry. I take that back. He played California. He missed the Cookies game, right? And he might be out next couple of weeks too. He's been giving us the injury update. So they've been without him. And so things were looking bleak against Cookies. They were without, but their coach kept them in the game, kept them level-headed, down 18 at half, brought him in, and I think he's the front runner for Coach of the Year, to be honest, for D2.
Well deserved for sure.
Yeah, so he's definitely and people don't undervalue how important it is to have a coach on the sideline.
Mm-hmm.
I see some teams without a coach on there,
It's
and
tough.
I'm like, it's tough.
Yeah.
It's tough for players to manage subbing and just monitoring the game, just little things, you know.
Yeah.
And that's it's so important. I wish, and that's why I want Sully for our Wolfpack team, you know, take on that role of coach, player coach, you know, just because having one person dedicated for that, and that's why Irfan, you being on main event, that goes along, because otherwise it's chaos. People just subbing in each themselves out. It's hard to get a rhythm. Honestly, every team should have a coach, in my opinion.
I'm sure this is going to get cut out, but you want Suleiman to coach so he doesn't sub you out?
Hey, come on.
It's going to get cut out for sure.
No, I'll leave it in. I got Suleiman's my boy. It's all love over there. And I'm telling you, you can ask people to pull up their team chat. I'm the one that said, hey, I want Suleiman to come in as coach, because this is even before he was on our team. I was like, hey, ask him to coach us while he's playing in D4, you know. But you know, it worked out that he was able to play on our team. But honestly, having a coach is so important. Yeah. I'm telling you, it's understated.
Yeah.
But back to Aki Wei. Daoudi the foodie has been wanting to push that he should be making the All-Star team, and we haven't even gotten into, you know, the different All-Stars.
Yeah.
He's leading the league in assists. Give him credit. You know, everybody has to play a role, and that's the thing with Aki Wei. I saw firsthand how deep of a team they are. They took it to my team 786ers, and we'll talk about them in a little bit too. But Aki Wei, I thought they were a complete team. I was really impressed with that team. They have shooters, they have big guys, they have people that can orchestrate the offense in Daoudi. They have Oscar Brickcoin Brito. I love his nickname, by the way. Brickcoin. He knockdown shooter, right? That team is a deep team. They play the right way. They play as a team. I think they're definitely in the consideration. And it's unfortunate that they lost to California. And that shows that they have some weaknesses that they got to work on.
Yeah.
And, you know, honestly, I think that loss comes at a good time for them.
It really does.
Right? When you're undefeated, you may lose sight of, hey, like playing the right way. Like, hey, you know what? Let's just wait till we play against most hated in the championship until we really focus again. I think with that loss, it gets them to be refocused.
Exactly.
Focus on what got them to that undefeated position in the first place. But that's a good team, man. Yeah. And you guys do you guys play Aki Wei at all?
I don't think so.
No. Yeah, okay, so you guys don't play them. What's Aki Wei's non-conference schedule look like? I think they have a pretty easy non-conference matchups.
They got pool party, jury, and redeem team.
So pool party be tough.
Pool party is going to be a big game for them. Yes. I think that is actually the game of the week.
Yeah,
without even looking at it, that's number 3 versus 4 right there, right? So that's going to be a huge game because both teams are 6-1.
That'll tell us a lot how they play against pool party.
Yeah,
because I think Aki Wei, they have win against Cougars, which is I think kind of expected. Cougars is definitely not a consistent team. Yes, I'm calling out Anosh.
And then they got another one, 76ers, bad coach team.
Yeah.
No way. I was like, who's the coach over there?
Handela Hoopers haven't won a game.
Oxonauts, I think they're still trying to figure out like their team.
Oxonauts, we'll talk about Oxonauts in a second too. Oxonauts is a hot team.
So Baalstam's a good team.
And I think you guys play Oxonauts, one of you guys.
I think we do.
You do. Yeah. That's going to be you guys have a tough schedule.
Yeah, Oxonauts is a really good team.
You guys have a tough schedule. So let's see. We're kind of jumping around a little bit. Let's just go through each team now, right? Let's go starting at the bottom. Number 16. Now we kind of went through the misses, right? Now let's go through a little bit more detail. Number 16, we have Salam Charity. I'm sorry. Let me take that back. We were actually really accurate with the bottom 3 teams.
Yeah.
Right? Bottom 3 teams, actually bottom 4 teams. We had Handala Hoopers, the Jury, Redeem Team, and Salam Charity. And currently, in our current standing, we have Handala Hoopers, Salam Charity, the Jury, and 786ers in the bottom 4. But let me see. The Jury. And Redeem Team is near there, number 12. So I have them considered pretty accurate, right?
Yeah.
Handala Hoopers is coming in at number 16. They're 0-7. They're the last winless team left. they're all a group of friends from San Diego. I just spoke to one of them today. They've lost some players, so it's hard for them to even get 5 to 6 guys, and they're all coming from San Diego.
Oh wow!
Right. I told them, hey, end of the day, it's all about having fun, you know. And if you look at their last game, I think they played against Most Hated. They dropped 66 points against them, so they can score, right? But you know.
Salam Charity?
Yeah, you know. No, Honolulu Hoopers.
They played Salam Charity though, right?
Salam Charity played the Oxonauts last
year.
year.
Okay. No,
Honolulu Hoopers played Oxonauts.
Oh, so they played Oxonauts, yeah. But they dropped 66 points against Oxonauts, and Oxonauts is a good team. So I talked to them. I was like, hey, you can play the role of spoiler because everybody's counting them out as a loss, right? They're going to win against them.
I think we played them, by the way.
Yeah.
One of these last three games.
Them this week.
So actually, I'll say this: Honolulu Hoopers, one of their last 3 games is against Salam Charity. They have a chance to beat them.
Yeah,
they're missing their 2 top players. They have a chance. So hey, Honolulu Hoopers, don't give up. Have fun. Shock the world, right?
Matchup of the week for sure.
Next game, matchup of the week, WEAK.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. Hey, which was fun. I did that too, right? And I'll do that whenever I see 2 bottom teams play each other.
Yeah, that was fun to see for sure.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Salam Charity at number 15. They're reeling. I think they're on a 5-game losing streak. These are all the Jury, 6-game losing streak. Then at number 14. Now let's talk about the 786ers. They're at a 6-game losing streak. That's the team I'm coaching.
Yeah.
I think
they're coaching.
They were good until you got
the team the lack of coaching.
They were undefeated until they got a coach.
They haven't won a game since I've been brought on as a coach. And you know, hey, I'll take the blame if need be, you know. Let me tell you about the 786ers, right? They're the best bottom team in my opinion, right? They lost to Palestine by 1 point right now. Right?
Okay.
They lost, and the previous week against that, they lost to Oxonauts in a close game. I think I was like 4 or 5 points. How many points did they lose in that game? In the previous week, but they
5 points.
5 points, winnable games. They were with Aki Wei for the most part, and then they fell behind by 16 points, and they came back. They got it within 8 points. They're there, you know, but they just haven't been able to get over the hump. Right, the way I describe it in our group chat is, hey, we look like a bunch of 24-hour fitness players, just coming together to play in a league game, and that's going to be tough, right? We have good players, we just haven't been able to put it together, right? And that comes with lack of chemistry, lack of experience playing with each other. First time playing in MBL for a lot of these players. They have good pieces. Jacob the Guzman. One of the top players in MBL, in my opinion.
He looks solid. I've seen a couple
really
of
solid
games, yeah.
And they had and Rafe is a good 3-point shooter, but his deep 35-foot 3-point shots is something I've been telling him, we got to get that out of there. And he loves taking that shot.
On that note, so that week you went 1 for 11.
Okay, we don't need to keep mentioning
the distance.
We're talking about D2 here.
The distance of those shots that you went 1 for 11 was probably those 35 feet.
I didn't take deep shots like that.
Yeah,
no.
Bros, we got to pull the tape.
We got to pull out live bomb.
No. Okay, it wasn't intentional. I wasn't shooting 35-foot shots because I wanted to. It was I caught the ball with 2 seconds left at deep. I had to shoot those. Yeah. So it's a difference between looking for that shot and being forced to take it.
But I think that's his game, though, right? Like Rafi, I feel like he just wants to shoot.
But the thing is, if anybody who's played with the player who takes those type of shots, it's deflating. Right? Like
honestly, those are the shots that you take at like 24-hour fitness. You're playing out, the
in
gym.
In a league when it's a close game, especially.
Unless you're making most of them, then
the thing is, if you're making it, that
continues.
But the thing is, when you miss those shots, it affects team morale
100%.
big time.
Yeah.
Right? And especially in a close game. Yeah. And these are all close games.
Yeah, when you're that far, it's like, dude, I'm sure you get a better shot than
I'll
that,
live
right?
with that. It's like we want a player to shoot that shot.
And Rafa's my boy, right? And I know he can make that, right? But when you miss those shots, what happens? Long rebounds, right? When you shoot those deep shots, it's not like, it's just like rimming out, and it's not like going in and out, and it's not like missing around there. If it's going to miss, it's going to be a long rebound. And that deflates the bigs for work, banging down low, getting position. And on top of that, there's no ball movement when you see that type to play like that, right? So that's been the thing for me. I've been telling my team, I was like, hey,
I think it'll be fine. I think they got to just come back stronger next season. maybe make some changes. But I think they have really good potential.
Definitely the last few games, definitely try to make, play
Yeah,
spoiler.
and so
they have a game against Kobistan, so that's
and the thing is, hey, they're still competitors, right? I think we're definitely out of playoff race with 786ers, but I said, hey, you know what? We're still gonna compete. Yeah. You know.
Honestly, this week you guys gotta beat 99ers. That's a good game. That's a good game.
But the 99ers is a hot team. You guys know firsthand, right? But yeah, I mean that's 76ers. They're super well coached, you know, and like I said, it's not about wins and losses, right? And I think I said this in a group chat. You know, I took a group of misfits, right, who didn't have a lot of things going on for them. A few of them were about to drop out, on the verge of dropping out of high school, right? Wow. They weren't making the GPA, you know. I brought them in, give them a future, things to look forward to, you know. So it's not about wins and losses, you know. You can get them off the streets and get them on the basketball court, you know. I'm making a change in their lives.
Gotcha, nice.
You know, so keeping it going. After 76ers, we have Redeem Team. They're on a 4-game losing streak too. You know, and I think their one win is against another bottom team. They're at number 12. Now, getting into the top part, Cookies at number 11. They're at a 2-game losing streak at 3 and 4. That's tough. It's shocking for me to see Cookies there. Knowing the team that they have, and we already went in a deep dive with them, so we don't need to go too much further. Now Cougars, 3 and 4, they're at number 10. Cougars has been a little disappointing for me too.
For us, we kind of.
Well, where do we have them in the preseason? We had them at number 7 preseason.
Yeah.
So and what are they right 10? Now? They're
number 10.
10. Yeah.
I mean, Hadi's a top player, right?
Yeah.
Adnan Khan, in my opinion, is such a big player, but they haven't been using him right. Mm-hmm. You know, and I've been saying this in the power rankings every week. You got to play him more. Like he's playing the least amount of minutes for his team, and definitely. I think he's better than a lot of players that are playing over him.
He really is.
You know,
I mean, he doesn't put up the points, but it's more about points,
it's a glue
right?
stuff.
It's exactly. It's the IQ, the ball movement, the time he passes, steals,
big time.
It's everything, and that's exactly what he does. Like
I think we're all really high on his game, and that's what I've been trying to encourage him to. Hey, play your game.
Yeah.
And I think that's one of the things too. This is a new team for him, right? Yeah. And we all know how it is. Playing on a new team, you try to fit in with them. You try to you try not to,
do too much.
You're trying not to do too much. You're trying not to play your style because you're trying to fit when they don't know you. I think that's been the issue with him.
Yeah.
He's trying to fit in too much and not play his game. Versus if he's playing with people he's familiar with, they're going to like, hey, I know how you play. Yeah. Play your style.
And I think the last few games, maybe 2-3 games, I think he's starting to
assert himself.
Right?
But now it might be too late in standings-wise, right? If you can look at their standings for that conference, for D2 at least, it's going to be a little tough there, right? Next, we have Kobistan. I wanted to take a little bit of... Sitting at number 9, Kobistan. We got to do a little bit of a deep dive here, Irfan. This last game...
Talk about it. Last game,
you guys had 10 players.
We had 10 players. First time this season.
What's going on with that? Why do you have 10 players? I thought you guys don't have emergency players? You guys have 10 active players.
So we had 9... Initially, we registered with 9 players. Because last few seasons, we've been having issues with like players showing up. And we've always had 9. It's never been an issue. Last week was our first game this season with 10 players. So obviously, like, we had to, like, get used to, like, rotation. I felt like some players couldn't get in their groove or, like, couldn't be in the game for too long to understand, like, what's going on. But, yeah, I mean, 10 players is definitely tough, right? I mean, it's really hard to get rotations in for making sure everybody gets enough minutes.
Yeah, and so on that note, I think with MBL and the way it's structured, you have to have 9 players, right? 9. Because missing games. So many people miss games.
And especially injuries. Right? Like we're not
injuries.
We're not the youngest team there.
No,
right?
100%. So like, and I think 9 is good, right? As long as you have people who understand, hey,
you might not get something.
You may not get that so many minutes. And I think that's important to go. And if that means, hey, a 9th player doesn't pay the full part and you split that with the other 8, I think that's important to do, right? And a lot of teams have implemented that strategy of adding a 9th or 10th player where they don't pay, right, per se, and you split it with everybody else. And I think that's important. And because the thing is, it sucks to pay and not play.
Correct.
Everybody wants to play, right? Of course. And especially if you're paying that much money, what do you mean I'm not playing?
And NBL is one of the more expensive leagues out there, if not the most expensive that I've ever been in. Like,
absolutely, right? But it's different than everything else.
Exactly,
right?
Yeah.
So of course, if you pay money, you want to play, right? So I think that's why it's important to have that understanding.
Correct. Yeah.
So when you say when you registered with 9, I don't see an issue with that.
Correct.
Right? I think you need to have 9, especially people miss
Yeah.
games. You guys had a game where you only had 5 people, right? Think about
Exactly.
that,
Yeah,
right?
only 5 players.
If you didn't have 9 players, you came up with 8. You're short.
We
with
would have
4
been forfeit.
now.
Yeah.
Forfeit. You know,
Yeah.
and
So, yeah,
and that's
then
the biggest thing I hate to see is teams forfeiting.
And that's our goal. Like, be able to show up every game, but we got an opportunity to pick up Dalal. So when we found out that hey, we can pick up Dalal, I felt like we can definitely use him of the system that we're trying to run in this team, and I think it's going to be a great pickup.
And let me tell you, for D2, I think that was one of the biggest pickups that went
it was a
under the
sleeper
radar.
pick. Yes.
Under the radar. Such a big pickup because people in D2,
Hamid, the GM, made it happen.
a lot of players in D2 who are not familiar with Dalal's game.
Yes.
Dalal is a beast.
Yeah.
But man, I gotta tell you,
on my D4 team,
Yep.
if one of the top bigs in
Definitely
D4,
one of the top picks.
yeah.
and now that he's in D2, he's up there as
I
also
don't know
D2.
I don't know if he's had a chance to assert himself in D2
Not
yet.
yet.
Yeah.
You know?
He's still trying to find his role.
Yep. And
Because I mean, and against 99ers, like hands out to 99ers. They played a really good, amazing defense on our bigs.
yeah.
So like they knew like as soon as the ball got in the big, like they were attacking him, right? So Dalal is still gonna. We still have very high hopes from Dalal.
Yep.
And what he brings to the table for us.
So and let me tell you, I was pretty, especially after seeing how you guys played against Most Hated
Yeah.
without you and Zaid.
Correct.
I was like, hey, you guys got it. You guys got a good shot.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah.
But with Amjad as your only big, really,
Mhm.
right? Picking up Dalal was such a big move for you
Yes,
guys.
yeah.
And I'm telling you, I don't think the rest of the D2 knows what happened with
Yeah,
this.
and like we want to
We'll know
kind of
soon.
stay that way, like stay under
but
the
this
radar.
podcast,
you know?
you know,
Stay under the
no,
radar.
No, I'm telling you, if such when I saw that pickup, I think I was talking to Zaid about it.
Yeah.
I told Zaid, I go, Zaid, great pickup.
Yeah.
Great pickup. And I'm telling you, the rest of D2 doesn't know yet, you know, because he hasn't asserted himself. And I think it's going to show up in playoffs.
Correct. And that's if you get there.
Oh, yeah, that's going to
You
be
know,
the big
that's
thing.
because we're right there with 4 and 3.
So now let's talk about that, Irfan.
So we got to win
you
it.
guys,
Win it all.
You guys have been in a bit of a slide.
I know.
Here. It's been up and
up
down.
and down.
You're 4 and 3.
Mm-hmm.
4 and 3 right now, and we got to take a look at the standings because it's a tight race between you guys, and you guys can find yourselves out.
Exactly,
really.
yeah,
So,
we really can.
what's your schedule looking like right now, Irfan? What's your remaining 3?
We got Ballestein, 5 and 2.
Yep.
Then we got Handela Hoopers, and we got 78 Sixers.
So Handela Hoopers, you guys win that, guaranteed.
Let's
right?
see. I mean, we had a point on our
Hey,
team
honestly,
where we don't know.
No, honestly,
we don't know what Kobe team is gonna show up.
Honestly, you're so right about that. Nothing's guaranteed.
Nothing's guaranteed. Like
any winless team can go off.
All these teams,
they're solid. They have solid players.
They have solid players. They're playing in D2. Like they can play ball.
And you guys can have an off
we
day.
can have
They
a
can
rough
be, and Handela Hoopers can. They're in D2
they
for
have
a
good
reason.
players.
They can score.
Yeah.
So nothing's
So
guaranteed.
nothing's
But
guaranteed.
let's just say
Like
just based on
stat-wise.
let's just say based on their history,
Correct.
based on their record. That's a game you should win. Let's say that.
Win.
You should win that.
We
right?
expected to win that
Right.
game. 78
786ers. I'm telling you, 786ers.
It's not gonna be an easy game.
It's not going to be easy because
Correct.
okay. So let me tell you, 786ers, and I'm coaching them. Right.
Yeah.
They got talent.
Correct.
Right. They have, and a lot of their games have been close.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, I think they match up well with you guys.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of the games.
And you know how Kobe plays.
And I know, and I'll be sitting on the sidelines right there.
watching our practices every Thursday. That's why you've been showing up on Thursday nights lately.
No. But the thing is too. Let's take a look at 786ers, right?
Yeah.
They've lost. They're on a 6-game losing streak, right? But they face against a team like Kobistan,
Correct.
a team that they match up well with. They have the matchups
They
there.
do have the matchups.
Their players, hey, what the hey,
Let's
I can
win
guard
this
this
game,
guy.
yeah.
Hey, this guy can guard him. The matchups are there.
Correct.
The matchups may not be there in these other games.
Correct.
You got to be careful about that.
Yeah, so that's why we're
Right.
not taking any game easy, right?
And so
For us-
Palestine is 5-2.
Exactly,
They're
so-
5-2 for they only
We can
lost
easily go 0-3.
very well.
Yeah.
Could be the case.
So, I mean, let's see. We excited to see how the next 3 weeks play out.
So you
And,
guys got to show up, man.
Yeah, so I mean,
like this.
I personally think the loss against 99ers kind of woke us up. Because
It
we thought it
should.
was just going to be like a smooth ride to the last 4.
Yep.
But I think that kind of lit up the fire we needed in our team. And
What's been the response from that loss? Because
we're disappointed with our performance. I mean, to be honest, they beat us fair and square. They out hustled us. They out rebounded us. The fact that we have the biggest guys in D2 for us, we still got out rebounded and fast breaks.
I told you guys about them, man.
They knew like these old heads ain't gonna be able to keep up.
Honestly, not only that, but we played Kobe-san 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And such an underrated pickup for them was Basart. Coming from D3.
Irfan, I'm the one that told you
he
about
killed
it.
us.
Yes.
He killed us. Another look.
And you guys were missing him a couple of weeks too on those losses.
Missed him too. But most hated and pool party.
And then there's just with the 10 players it's like just finding the minutes.
Finding the
for
minutes.
These
rhythm is big.
You gotta understand, like these players that we pick up, Basart and Samir, they're ballers.
Yep.
Yeah.
They come from a team that they were like number 1 or number 2 option. So they still gotta find their role.
A veteran team like this, they need to find minutes. Some people had to sacrifice minutes.
Yeah,
to make up for these players who are, hotter than others.
Absolutely. And Asif, I'm so glad you brought Basart. Basart's such a solid player. He was rookie of the year for D3.
For us, yeah.
And I told you, Irfan, before the season started, I think when you guys were looking to add somebody, I was like, Irfan, you need to pick up Basart. I said, pick him up. He's such a good pickup. He's versatile. He can do a lot of things. We haven't even spoken about him. Irfan, your team's deep.
No,
our
you
guys
team
have a
is
deep team.
Like the game against most hated, they only had 5.
We just gotta get it together. We just gotta click, and I think. Obviously, we came up with this new rotations for everybody to have a fair, equal amount of time to play, if anything, just so they can get their game.
So you guys played most hated without Basart, without
Basart,
Dalal.
without
I
me,
thought Basart was there.
No, but Basart wasn't
Amjad,
there.
AC, Hamid,
Jay-Z.
Oh.
Omar Patel maybe.
Yep.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, I don't think Basart was there.
Yeah, no Basart, no me, no Zayd, no Talal.
Samir went off that game then.
Samir went off for 18.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was it was Hamid, AC, Amjad, Jay-Z, and
so no Bez, no me, and no
Samir.
Talal.
Yes, that was it.
So that's the thing. So obviously with keeping that in consideration, we actually came up with an actual game plan and set rotations for all these players to be able to come out and just show up,
That's good.
So I'm excited. I'm excited for what happens next 3 games.
The 99ers loss, that
was big.
That might come back to haunt you though.
It will. And
because that's tiebreakers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we're in a 3-way tie.
Oh, 3-way tie.
So it's us, 99ers, and Kobe-Stan.
So on your side, it's number 1 is most hated.
Yes.
Number 2 is pool party, and then you have you 3 fighting for 2 spots.
Yep.
And it's a 3-way tie because you guys all beat each other.
They beat us, we beat 99ers,
and
99ers beat them.
Yep. So 3-way
now
tie.
it's point differential. I think we have point differential.
Point differential, but also what happens in these next 3 games.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
If one of you guys go 3-0 and the other goes 2-1, you're in.
Yeah.
Right.
I think they might have the easier schedule. We definitely played the tougher teams.
99ers play, I think, Pally, right? Yeah.
Yeah. And they play. Did they play Palestine too?
They what do you call it? They play.
They play 2 tough teams.
99ers play 78 That's
okay, 99ers play 76ers.
California and Palestine.
Yeah.
So they have all 3 teams. Tough teams.
And the thing is,
2 out of the 3.
And the thing is, 99ers though, it depends on which team you're getting.
They were ready for us. They had a whole game plan. I tell you this, they knew exactly.
Bro, you sent tape of their game to them.
No, the thing is, the 99ers has been one of the hottest teams now.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
They won 3 in a row. What is it? Let me see. Let me take a look real quick. 99ers. No, they're 4. They won 4 games in a row.
Yeah,
right? They're on a 4-game win streak. They started the season 0-3.
0-3.
Now they're 4-3. They won 4 straight.
And those 0-3 games, I think they were all fairly close games.
Yeah,
we beat them by 1 point
Buzzer
the first
beater,
game.
yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Buzzer beater.
Exactly. Oh, that's
they
so
played most hated, I think, the following week or the week after. But I think third quarter it was a few points.
Yep, exactly. No,
and fourth quarter they blew it out.
And this is what I knew about this team because they played. Most of these guys played in D3.
Yeah.
Like the Hamid brothers. They run the ball. They push it.
Yeah.
It's a 7-second offense.
Yeah.
They push, and that's why we had them on the preseason power rankings. We had them at number 5.
Yeah.
Right.
They're up there.
And now currently they're at number 6, so they're pretty close to where we had them. Right. They're a good team. So. But Irfan, that loss against them
is gonna haunt.
Is gonna. If you guys had beat them, you would have
been
tiebreaker.
Yeah.
You would have been locked in the number 3.
You would have been locked in number 3.
Yeah, so that's.
But sometimes a team needs a loss like that.
Hey, you're right. Wake you guys up.
Gonna wake us up and get us going.
Yeah.
All right, so keep moving on. Bucket Cartel. Let's talk about you guys a little bit now, Asif.
Yeah.
You guys are currently at the number 8 spot. You guys had a big win with 4 players. A game that a game that nobody would be, hey, you had 4 players. Games where players have only 5. I mean, games where teams only have 5 players.
Honestly, there was talks in our group chat about potentially forfeiting the game. So
really,
Ado's out with injury. Ricky is out of New York, family event, and we picked up his boy also as emergency player. So we hit him up, and I guess he's in New York with Raph.
Oh my god! If he knew he was gonna be, oh lord.
Who Mahmoud?
Mahmoud, yeah. And then obviously I was out due to suspension.
Yeah. Wait, why were you out for your D2 game if you're suspended for a D4?
It's all the
a
games
rule.
for
I
that
think
day,
it's all the
apparently,
games,
so.
Which is they gotta change that.
They gotta change that.
I think their rule is like if you're suspended, you cannot be in the gym.
In the gym. Yeah, and right? they said you
but
can't
now
watch,
they gotta keep that in
watch.
consideration. Before they didn't have players playing 2 divisions.
That's true.
But now, since they got people playing multiple divisions, like, okay, well, you're going to be suspended
you're
for D4.
done for the whole thing.
That's not fair. Like, what does D2 have
That's
to do?
crazy, though, man.
It?
I mean, that makes the suspensions that much more hurtful.
Yeah, because now you're getting suspended
two
for
different.
Yeah.
By the way, back to my suspension. So I had a conversation about my suspension. Obviously, I didn't take it well.
Yeah.
Contacted the league, and the explanation I got for my suspension was because I waived. Do you remember in the I waived?
Yeah.
So I said because of that waive is why I got suspended.
That's
not
crazy.
because of the curse word.
Yeah.
But it was because I waived, and that was considered taunting.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I think also at the end of the day I was made a sacrificial lamb, as you would say.
Yeah. I mean, we talked about the whole suspension.
It was
thing.
like a snowball effect, you know. So not only did I miss my D4 game, but we had Zayd actually was going to miss the game, and he drove from Kern River straight to your game. He came late, and then our D4 game was right after your D2 game. So luckily he was able to come, or otherwise we would have played with 4 and D4 as well.
Got it.
So we luckily had enough for D4, and then for D2 we just couldn't find enough players.
But you guys didn't need the 5th player.
Hey, you didn't need it though. So
you guys beat them with 4 players.
So you guys had a big victory. One of your teammates is player of the week. I forget. Cheyenne is player of the week for his big performance.
Yeah.
Co-player of the week. Ali Unker is going to get co-player of the week as well for his big 40 points.
Congratulations to both players.
Yeah, man. So that's a huge victory. And, man, that's much needed for you guys fighting for that play. Because if you lose that, you guys are essentially in the 5th spot. But now you're on that 3-way tie.
Yeah.
That's big. And also, if I was looking at your guys' roster, you guys have a good team. And I'm really surprised at some of the losses you guys have had this season.
Yeah. So, again, we picked up Ricky Media Day. I literally picked him up. I think right in front of you, we were talking, and we picked him up right on the spot.
What was he doing there?
He was for Adobo Sports. For D1. He was doing media for them. And I was like, dude, you know what? We need another player. You want to play? He's like, yeah, I'll ball. So we picked him up on the spot. Yeah. But I tried work with MBL about switching the game. They're like, you picked him up so late, like last minute.
Yeah.
The first few games of the season, we will not. But the end of the season, we'll, fix it for you guys. So hopefully we have no more conflictions.
Well, I mean, hopefully you guys can get into the playoffs and see what you guys are really capable of with your full
squad. He's a huge piece for us. Like he's our best defender.
100%. Yeah.
He's a former defensive player of the year.
That's what I'm saying. When I saw him on your team, I was like, oh, you guys have a good team. Yeah. How are you guys losing these games?
And literally all the games that we lost is the games that he wasn't able to play.
Yeah. Okay. So Bucket Cartel, so who's your next 3 matchups?
We have Handala Hoopers.
Okay.
We have a Cookies team that is fighting for playoff positioning.
That's going to be big for both teams.
And we also have Luxnuts, who's also fighting for playoff positioning at 4-3.
Man,
so
you guys have a tough road.
A tough matchup.
Tough road.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. So after what happened? After Bucket Cartel, we have Palestine at number 7, who's 5-2 from their conference play. They're sitting at the number 3 spot, I believe, on their side. I think it's California's 1, Akiway's 2. Palestine is going to be number 3, and then there's going to be a fight. I think it's Uxanauts at number 4 right now.
Cookies, right?
And then Cookies and Cougars are now fighting 5th and 6th. So Uxanauts is number 4 right now. I believe Uxanauts. Yeah, Uxanauts is 4-3. Yep. So Palestine is sitting nice at 3. They control their own destiny.
Yep.
They just got to win out. And they lost against Cookies, so they don't have to really worry because they have that 2-game buffer. If they just take care of business in their cross conference, I think they're going to be okay. Yeah. Keeping it going, 99ers, one of the hottest teams in D2 right now with a 4-game win streak. they've climbed all the way up to number 6 with the big win over Kobistan. We talked about them a little bit. Fast young team. They started off the season 0-3. Now they're clicking at the right time. I mean, better to be winning now than early, right? Yep. But I still want to see a breakout performance from Irfan, the Hammer Hamid, former D2 MVP. What happened? I'm former D3 MVP.
I thought you meant Unver.
No, you're past your prime now.
I still gotta have a breakout.
Well, we did see a breakout performance from you too, young flashes.
We just gotta get to playoffs.
Yeah,
baby,
man.
I'm back.
And there we go.
Playoffs.
So 99ers, we talked about them a little bit. Let's talk about Uxanauts a little bit now in detail. Uxanauts has had an up and down start to their season. They are currently, in the power rankings, number 5. They started in the power rankings at number 3, so they're getting back to where we kind of envisioned them, right?
High on them.
And they're 4-3. They have a 3-game win streak. I think they dropped a player, right, at the buyout time. Is that right? Correct?
I am unaware.
Sure.
Judd Shahada,
Yeah.
the Shade. I love his nickname, by the way. The Shade Shahada. It works perfect. What do you guys think?
The Sheikh Shahada?
The Shade.
Or the Shade.
The Shade.
Oh,
he cools off his opponents by putting him in the shade, right? Judd, he's been one of the hottest players in MBL in the last, I want to say, 3-4 weeks. And that translates to them having this 3-game win streak, right? They've had an up and down start to their season. They had some games they should have won. I watched a few of them, heartbreak games, but I feel like they're finally getting it. Sabri needs to control that offense. He needs to be the ball needs to be in his hands, in my opinion. He's such a good player. I think he needs to have more control over the offense for them to be successful. But yeah,
as in taking the shots or just controlling and, moving the ball around, right?
Controlling the ball.
Yeah, definitely trying to be the floor general.
Yes, floor general, exactly. Because the thing is, every time the ball is in his hands, a lot of positive things happen. Yeah. Not necessarily him shooting the ball, but he needs to pick his spots, get the players in the right spots. Because every time the ball is in his hands and he's leading the team in assists, they're winning. Yeah. Right?
Especially the last few weeks, it looks like they're winning.
Yep. 3 games in a row.
And it looks like they're finally understanding their roles. They're a young team, I think.
Yep.
And once you find your role and you know exactly what you need to do, I think it just gets easier from there.
And I think that's a big part of their success right now is they've defined their roles better now. Yep. Right? And I think I talked to Sabri a little bit and he mentioned that they've defined their roles better. They know what is being asked of each player now, and it's coming out to 3-game win streak, and they're going to be a dangerous team. That's going to be a tough matchup right now.
It really is,
I'm telling you, Judd's playing really well. Yahya Sufyan, he's another solid player, good defender, especially with like the guard heavy, like some of the top guards in D2, they stick him on him, and he's a strong defender as well. So they got a good deep team in my opinion. That's going to be a team to watch out for. Now, they need to be able to beat some of these top teams, though, right? They're kind of mid-tier right now, 4-3. They got to translate that into beating some of these top teams. So let's see. The matchup against you guys is going to be huge, Asif. Is that the last game of the season?
Yep, last game of the season.
That may determine playoffs.
Pool party, second to last.
Second last, and then bucket.
Uxanauts has pool party, second to last.
Party,
and who's their first game?
Salam Charity.
Salam Charity. So that's going to be huge. I think they may have a soft cushion, but they gotta win. I think, in my opinion, at least 2 of them to really secure it. Yeah. All right, that's Uxanauts. Akiwe, we talked about already that they're sitting at number 4. Big game against Pool Party coming up for them. But Akiwe, I'm really high on Akiwe. Let me say that. I think I mentioned that already. Pool Party, number 3. We haven't talked about them a little bit. Irfan, Kobe-san, were you here for that game, Irfan?
No, I wasn't.
It was close.
I heard it was a close game.
It was a close game. It really came down to the wire, actually, last minute. Yeah. I think Kobe-san Pool Party took a lead, and Kobe-san missed, and then that was the wrap right there. That was the wrap, bro. Pool Party thinks they're underrated. I got a message from them. They think that they're underrated in the league. I said, you guys are ranked number 3 in the whole power rankings. How are you underrated?
Correct. And most hated 7-0.
You're not going to be above them. California 6-1, who beat Akiwe the undefeated. I don't think they're underrated. I think everybody has a lot of respect for them. They have a good team. They have good players. They're a deep team. They beat a lot of top teams. But what I want to see is them give most hated a bigger fight, because that's their conference, right? When it comes down to it, that's who they're going to see in playoffs. But I definitely don't think they're underrated. You guys faced them?
We played them. We lost.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's you guys the same conference.
Yeah.
How was that game when you guys played them?
We got blown out. I think that was our second game of the year.
Because they've been kind of going through teams. The Kobe-san game was a little close, but they're definitely a good team. I don't know.
Christian Taylor, he's a baller.
He
put that team on the back.
He was player of the week, one of the weeks. The Crustacean.
Yep.
I love his nickname.
And one of our Bucket Cartel members, Aaron Griffin, actually left our team to join Pool Party.
Oh, okay.
So
how's he doing for them?
I think he's riding the bench and.
You had a bigger role on Bucket Cartel. Shouldn't have left. Is that the Jay-Z effect?
Pretty much, yeah. But I mean, I guess it makes more sense. I mean, I guess a few of his closer friends. Okay. He's out from Corona, so they're out there. Omar Khalid, I mean, he's a good
Cal Drogo.
Yeah, presence for them. Good floor spacer.
You got a bounce in his step ever since he got that silent date auction.
Yeah, we have the game of his
life.
Right?
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I mean, that's Pool Party. I mean, I definitely think they're a contender.
Yeah.
I don't think they're underrated by any means.
And Azan Khan, he's actually, I think that's a piece that Cookies really misses. So he was forming on Cookies.
Okay.
There was some mismanagement as far as player points, far as like the points allowed per team.
Yeah.
And I had to choose between Zayn or Azan. So they chose Zayn, and Azan had to go find another team.
Really?
He's placed on Pool Party. And it's a big difference for him. He's a
he's a big pickle.
Good physical big.
He's solid.
Yeah. And he doesn't demand the ball. He knows his role. And, I mean, you could tell Pool Party's winning.
Pool Party's winning. 6-1.
If he had a point available, we were looking at Azan.
Yeah.
There it is. All right. That's Pool Party. Next, California. We talked about California in depth already.
Kevin LaFrance, that's it.
Kevin LaFrance.
He's a California.
Most hated.
Elian Garrett, 40 points. Good game.
And California for sure. After that first week, like I mentioned earlier.
Pally's a team to watch.
Huge.
Pally's
sorry,
nice.
we were completely wrong on them.
Yep.
Call them the old school Lakers with Carmelo Anthony in them, but they took it hard. And
hey, I think that's
look
what
at the
they
record.
needed. I think if anything, we helped them.
Exactly, man.
And
you can thank us later.
Right.
Send us some Keys Lexus deals our way.
Number one most hated. Obviously undefeated team.
Yeah. So most hated was our number one preseason, number one current. They've been number one throughout the whole season.
Yeah.
I don't see them leaving. Let's see what happens with that California game.
Mm-hmm. That'll be a game to watch.
If they lose to California,
it'll give a lot of team hope.
That'll let California move up to the number one spot in power rankings at least. But right now, most hated is looking unstoppable.
Yeah. That's definitely gonna be a game of the week.
Yeah,
for sure.
Game of the season.
Yeah, game of the season. That's gonna be a tough matchup. I feel like a lot of teams are gonna be staying and watching that game. It's a huge matchup.
100%. And honestly, that could be a championship preview. What we talked about. You know, it's gonna be really interesting to see how they match up. If I don't have a conflict, I'm definitely going to be sticking around watching that game.
Yeah, same.
And you know, and like I said, we talked about most hated in depth already. Most hated's a deep team.
Yeah.
I just want to see them being challenged. Yeah. Right now, they're just yawning through the season.
Yawning, yeah.
They're just like
they really are. They're just toying with teams.
They're toying with teams.
They're like they only want to play when they actually feel like they're down.
Yeah, and
they're not even playing their full potential yet.
Exactly. That's why hopefully this California game they see them as a challenge. Yeah. California may go up on them. I want to see what most hated's capable of from full 40 minutes. You know. Yeah. All right, I think we covered everything. This was a good follow-up to our preseason power ranking podcast.
Yeah.
I think right now we know a lot more about the teams, and what they're capable of. Any closing comments from you guys? Asif,
yeah, so overall, I mean, MBL's been exciting year through all divisions. I mean, D2, you see, I mean, there's a lot of close teams, 1 through 10, probably.
Yeah.
Super close. The top 2 teams, most hated and California, are separating themselves. But other than that, like everyone else is right there in the thick of it. So that's always good to see, the transparency. And then same thing with D3 as well. You have, top 7 teams maybe that are like, it could be anyone's championship, I guess.
Oh,
it's wide open.
Oh yeah, you said top 7. You're keeping fakers on the outskirts at that point.
Are they?
The fakers are number 8.
Okay.
Don't look at the colored ones. The colored ones are preseason.
Right.
Colored ones are preseason. The numbers.
So I'll stick with that. Top 7. Maybe light some fire under them for the rest of the season, so they get back in the contention.
Main event sitting at number 11.
Main event, yeah.
Yeah.
But honestly, this close of the season is probably the most exciting part.
Correct.
Especially
With the
because now people can actually see the playoff picture in mind.
Yeah.
Early on in the season, hey, everyone's excited. Of course, everybody wants to win. You want to win no matter what. But now when you have the playoff implications and seeding in mind and how much it can impact it, especially the tight playoff races.
Yeah.
Between Bucket Cartel, Kobe Stan, and 99ers. Between
on our side, and the
other side is between Cougars and Cookies and are on the outskirts, and Alexanauts is holding on. You know, so all of these matchups are going to be humongous. And honestly, Bucket Cartel, you guys are in the thick of things that impact both sides.
Yeah,
those games are huge for you guys. Yeah. So this is the part that makes it a lot of fun. But yeah, man, MBL's this season's been a lot of fun, man.
It's been great. Good. It's been good, man. Yeah. Just keep going and then just try to finish out the season. Hopefully, no injuries. You know,
no injuries, and let's get everybody's
no arguments, no fights, no suspensions.
and you know, let's give some credit to MBL admin too. Shout out Zico. Everybody they're doing. The thing is, this is such a big league. Think about this though, right? Look how big it is. Look at all the things that are going on. There's so much things to manage, so many personalities to manage, and you know they're doing a good job in my opinion.
Yeah, because the player doesn't understand. They just suit up, play the game, bounce.
Show up. There's so much that goes on in it.
Goes behind it, making sure the refs are available, making sure the courts are available.
100%. And make sure that and you know, not to harp on the whole fights and suspensions. Make sure everybody's safe. And the thing is, make sure that the gym doesn't kick us out.
Exactly.
Right? You know, there's all of those things to consider. So I mean,
good.
I think they're doing the best they can. And I think we all know. We're sitting here doing a podcast about an adult basketball league, right?
Yes.
What other league do we do this for? I play in 4 other leagues. Am I doing this for any of the?
Which leagues are those?
I play in a lot of leagues. We play. You know, we represent the Holy Trinity. I play but my point is, I play in a lot of. I mean, you guys all play in other leagues too.
Yeah.
Do we do any of this for any other league?
Yeah, I would not pick up your call if you told me. We're doing a podcast on India SoCal hoops.
Yeah, definitely not.
Well, I mean, we do it. Maybe for them.
India SoCal hoops.
I don't know.
That was a fun league.
It really was.
That game winner.
No, forget you. That was good stuff. No, but like MBL, not only
MBL is fun, man. It's always
friends, family.
Yeah.
I mean, you see people that
especially for you
see in the past 20 years, basically.
Your nephews growing up, and then they coming to
now
the
they're
league.
playing.
But we've been playing this league for what, 16 years?
Yeah, a long time.
18 years.
Pretty much.
Yeah. I want to touch back on that suspension thing. I have family in the league.
Yeah.
So I get where MBL's coming from with the suspension. I should be a better role model, not only to my family, but again, sacrificial lamb. And I get it. This just goes out to anyone else in the league. You know, just keep your cool. Try not to get involved in anything. Walk away. It's not worth it. I'm sure you pay so much to play in this league. You play against your friends and family, so you want to be out there. And if you do get suspended, it's hurtful. You just want to be out there, right?
And plus, it's just basketball.
You missed the opportunity to see your friends, pray together and all that.
No one's trying to fight.
Let me say this in Asif's defense too, though, right? Asif, I think you handled the situation really well, right? You did walk away, in my opinion, from the whole fight. You didn't escalate it, right? Yes, sure, they're going to talk about you waving and you said some things, but I thought you handled it well, right? When somebody comes and pushes you, it can easily go a different way. I probably would have reacted a different way.
That's what irks me, because when my name is attached to suspension, it's like, oh yeah, Asif's the aggressor, you know? But if you look at the tape, honestly, I don't think I was the aggressor. I feel bad for the curse word.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was going to be that, but in no way, I don't think I was the aggressor in this. I walked away, and I still get suspended.
Yeah.
So, by the way, I'm the only one in MBL history to get suspended for that. But also, I got slapped like 10 years ago.
As a victim.
I got slapped.
I know.
And I clearly remember that situation too, because we were being the team
across the world. We all know.
How could you slap?
We were being the team, and I told the guy, "What was scoreboard? We were winning by like 15 points or something." I told, just look at the scoreboard, and it irked him, and he slapped me during the game, and I get suspended because I was taunting, apparently, because I said, look at the scoreboard.
I know.
So apparently you can't even say that anymore. But I think that was another reason why I got probably suspended for this time, is because I'm a repeat offender.
Yeah, but I mean,
But that's 10 years ago. I mean, I'm grown now. I got kids, man. My son's at the game, watching the game. I'm not trying to fight anyone. It's like,
and the thing is, there's got to be some leeway for emotions,
Yeah.
right? But I will
I've seen players do way worse.
Yeah,
and nothing
100%.
happens. But I mean,
but honestly, Asif, you've taken a lot of ownership of the whole situation. I think you've done a good job of taking accountability for your part of it.
Yeah.
So I don't think you need to beat yourself up too much. I don't think you need to be so embarrassed about it. Things happen.
Yeah.
And you've taken ownership. It's fine. Let's keep it moving. I don't think there's any bad name or stigma attached, because I think anybody who's seen it play saw you were being, kind of a big person about it, walking away. And
I even tried to apologize to him during the whole situation. I felt bad.
Sure.
I walked up, my hand stuck out, trying to apologize.
Yeah, and emotions are high, right?
Yeah.
And of course, emotions are high. And in Yasser's defense, I'm sure he's being beat up the whole game, and he feels that the refs aren't, doing their job, calling it. And we talked about it. I don't even want to beat a dead horse here about it, but things happen. It's okay. Let's keep it moving. Yasser's a friend of ours. It's all love at the end of the day.
100%,
And this is part about what makes MBL great is we're all friends. We've all I've played against Yasser for so many years, and I've known him. I played with him on the same team with him too, and so I'm sure there's going to be times where we're matched up against each other. It'll get physical between me and him, or with me and you, with so many friends.
Yeah. Yep.
It happens with friends. It happens with basketball. It happens all the time. Like Wakas was trying to talk trash with me in the game, and I think and I was just locked in that game in Fakers, right?
Yeah.
He was talking a whole bunch. I didn't say something back. I didn't respond to him, right? He kind of talked. He was like, "Hey, man, you cool?" He was like, "Hey, are you cool?" Right? Like making sure like I wasn't being like upset.
Yeah.
Right? And I 100% was. I wasn't upset at all.
Yeah.
Right? But I was just focused on the game, locked in,
Yeah.
But from his perspective, he probably thought I was like mad, because
Yeah.
he was talking a lot, But main thing is I don't want to lose to these guys. They're friends of ours, right?
Yeah.
But I was locked in, and
It's bragging rights at the end of the day too. Like, they're friends, but you want to compete.
100%.
You want to have those bragging rights too.
So it could have seemed like, I was upset at Wakas, and never was I upset at him at all. I was just locked and focused, right? And I remember he was like, "Oh, you cool?" He said that to me, and I ignored him even then, right? But MBL, it's different. But no, this was a good catch up for midseason. Maybe we'll do another one come playoffs before postseason and all that. But want to thank both of you guys for coming on. This is always fun. We always have and everybody enjoys the content. All right. Well, thanks everybody for watching. Appreciate everybody.